spooky music. Viewer discretion is advised. Oh, I have to fix that. Okay, that's not bad. There we go. Perfect. Okay. A flickered image as well as parallel effects in rare cases can cause motion sickness. Okay. Whatever horror you might find in dark space. Okay, I'm not getting into character. I actually think the blue would have been better. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, let's get spooky dark. Also, my screen's too bright. My screen is way too bright. One sec. I need to fix this. Oh wait, can I just full screen it? Yeah. Okay. Oh shit. Oh, that's interesting. There's like a little cat or something at the bottom of it when I stretch the screen out. My bad. I need to fix your screen now, but... Oh no, it's just the words not fucking fitting. My bad. I'm sorry, guys. I was just fixing it for myself, so it's a little different. Okay, I swear. Stream scuff is normal for me. Just almost there. Almost there. I know it looks like it's fine. It's not fine. Everything is... Oh, there we go. There's a little cut off. There. Okay. Now we get with the spooks. Whatever horror you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see through them. There is no premature endings. There is no wrong decision. Only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. Okay, let me just... I forgot to think about the controls at all. Okay, Shift A, open accessibility member, enter as advanced dialogue, space, negate, arrow keys, escape, skip, toggle self voices. Okay. Okay. Oh. Yeah. Ready to start, lady? This is a horror game. We gotta get spooky. So... the goal is slay the princess. Or, you know, romance her or whatever. We'll see. We'll see. Might be too gay for this. I may scream and cry. It's fine.
You're on a path in the woods. And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Honestly. Both are good options. Both are good.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Does the world need saving, though? Like, honestly, I kind of want the world to end sometimes. Let's see. This is multiple choice game, lady, so we'll see. Explorer. Oh, sweet, I always wanted off with the monarchy. Vive la revolution! Oh, I kind of love that. Oh, okay, thank you for telling me what to do. Turn around and leave. I could just turn around and leave. Explore. The end of the world? What are you talking about? Okay, this is just... Oh, okay, so explore is just option.
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
That sounds a little dramatic. But how can a princess locked to a base end the world?
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here.
Murder is a
Just
very
get in there
specific
and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
You have any evidence?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task?
Why am I here? Period. Why did I make
Made
this
it this
choice?
far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
When did I make it this far? When did I start? Because is that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up?
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock.
Why are we doing that? How is she ending the world? You really have to give me
Nevertheless,
more.
let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
I have no... You, voice in my head, are the only thing here that is telling me what to do. Why should I trust you?
Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Can't... You know, I'm not even gonna say can't someone else do it. What the fuck is your plan?
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
Okay, while I'm not disagreeing with you, have you considered women? Have you considered women? This is a very important part of the equation. Oh, and another thing, have you considered I'm okay with the world ending? Also that.
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end. I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists, or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
I wouldn't say... I can be nihilistic sometimes. Not horrible, just not evil. Look, I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to her. If she's bad, maybe I'll slay her. I'm not contributing to anything. I do... Yeah, I'm not contributing to anything.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out.
That's what people say when you want to murder someone. You objectify them and turn them into the worst possible character of what they are. She could be a beautiful, sexy woman of beauty, grace, and poise, and all the honey milk and delight. And you would not be able to see that. What if you're an incel? What if you're an incel? Have you considered that? Have you considered that to me? Maybe.
Then each and every one of us is doomed.
I feel like everyone's doomed at a certain point. Not to say I'm not. I'm in a very negative mood right now, and I apologize, narrator. Exactly. She could be kind.
So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us.
Yeah, sure.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Yeah.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
It's an odd that a princess is in such a modern styled cabin. By the way, I only know like a few of the endings for this, for the demo.
The
I don't know
interior
this
of the
game
cabin
at
is
all.
almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Ain't that a coinky-dink? Ain't that just a little coincidence? Ain't that just a little bit of a, thing? If I was here truly to slay a princess, if truly here was to kill a beautiful woman, don't you think I would have come here with my own knife? Don't you think I would have said, hey, I have a weapon in my little hands? Ain't it convenient? It's so convenient.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
The teetering on the edge. Accident waiting to... Honestly, you're completely right. It is teetering. Is there anything else I can look at? Like... I'm not taking the blade. If I need the blade, I'll come back for the blade. If I... Look at my finger. Look at my finger. I know this from the trailer. Look at that. Look at that. Look at my fingies. Look at my fingies. I'm not sure if you can see them. It's probably better here. I have huge-ass claws. I have huge-ass claws on my little fingies. I don't need a blade. If I need to, I can just bite. I can just bite and claw. But it's a princess. We'll be fine. She's a beautiful woman. She could probably kick my ass, but I'd probably thank her, and that'd be fine. At the very least, I can try with my hands. At the very least, it's fine. Let's go. Let's go. We're fine.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Well, she doesn't live here. She's been captured and imprisoned here, darling.
Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Okay, so we are also horny, our main character. That's perfectly fine. It matches our theme.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Hi!
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
Hi! Sure. We're fine. This is good.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Yeah, they only had one chain for her. If she's that much of a threat, they would have put both chains on her, I think. Kinky.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
Exactly.
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
I can certainly try. Maybe she did. I said I would talk. Should I talk? Yeah, I should talk. At the very least, I'll give the voice the benefit of the doubt.
Okay.
Okay, you didn't react good to that. But I don't mind. Hello. What's your name?
Oh.
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess?
I've seen people named ABC. It's fine. So Princess is your name?
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like.
Okay. It's not that strange. I've met people named... Exactly. You've seen people named Mario. I've seen people named Diamond and Crystal. I met a few angels in my life, so it's not that strange.
I'm sorry, I've been down here so long I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name though. Everyone has a name.
Yeah, I don't know my name either, don't worry. I literally don't know.
That's weird.
Yeah. I once knew a dragon. See?
She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be
She's
trusted.
being honest.
Go back
I mean,
upstairs,
she's
get
being
the blade
shady.
and slay her before it's too late.
Here's the thing. She's being more honest than I think you're giving her credit for. She could have told us a fake name and we would have been fine. we wouldn't have had this conversation at all. But instead, she chose to say, not necessarily that she lied, that that is all she is her title. And she still has this little impact of she needs to be saved, and she probably knows something shady's happening. So, you know, it's fine. It's fine. If I'm the first person, wow, have you been eating or drinking? I don't like these questions. Be here for at least a little while. We can get to know each other better while I decide what to do. Keep her locked away? No. I don't want to keep her locked away. I should have saved. Quick save. I forgot I can quick save. Okay, there's history. Okay, how have you been deacon?
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
Someone's come?
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant.
I disagree.
Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
But I can't trust you. This doesn't add up. It's not worth the risk of taking. Retrieve the blade. Go back upstairs to retrieve the blade without saying another word. Okay, here's the other option. Yeah, okay, let's see. What are you gonna do? Nah, I don't want to keep her locked up. She's been here for a change. She's gonna freak out. I don't know. I don't know anything.
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason.
Okay, what's the reason?
I don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
True.
You have all the explanation you need.
Fuck you. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to skip that. You should know better than trust whatever she comes up with. Fine, I disagree. She's beautiful. Well, let's do it. Let's do it. She's perfect. It's fine. I can't believe they kept you down here like this.
You're only making this more difficult.
Fuck you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I just slain a person without an exact expletive. They are defenseless. This would be against the Geneva Convention to kill her if we were a different political party.
You're making a huge mistake.
Not political party, but different country. You're making a huge...
No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
No, but I can look around for it.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
I thought we weren't on talking terms. Narrator. Maybe the key's still lying around there somewhere, and if not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free.
Okay, I'll be here. Good luck.
I'm going to go look around. Yeah, this is gonna be...
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Motherfucker, if that is you... If that's
Someone
you,
else here?
If that's you... Hey,
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence.
whom the fuck?
I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess.
It is you, motherfucker.
And you won't leave until the task is done.
That's
You
true.
try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Okay, this is fine.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom?
Exactly.
Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yeah. But I am freer than you, so there's a possibility I could kick the door down.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
I noticed.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
Well, that's a choice. It's definitely a choice. You know, she saw an opportunity and was like, you know, I'm closer to getting out of here than I ever was. I respect that. I respect that. She's still perfect. I came back with a hot dog. Lady. She was trapped. We didn't have a way to get her out.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now.
No, thank you.
Or we could use it to free her.
Yeah.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
I don't know that. Save the princess.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain.
Look, right here. Look, right here. I'm not human. She might not be human. Does that matter? Am I allowed to judge if she's not human or normal when I am clearly of the same strange ilk? It's fine.
Cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm.
I think, you know what they look like to me? They look like a D&D race. I forget the name of it. 1 second. It's, let me think. D races. It's something. It's something. It's on the tip of my tongue. Starts with a K. We look like a Kerek. Correct. The hand reminds me of a Kerek. Kenrick? Rook. They're bird people from the Shadowfell in D&D, and they're beautiful. And they're crow people who like shiny things. We could be that, and that's fine. And she's fine.
Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit.
Maybe she can regrow it. That's hot. Imagine... Oh, actually, no. That's a little gory. But imagine if she could regrow things. That's just a cool adeptual feature.
She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
Are we to judge?
No, she didn't.
Are we to judge?
She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Exactly. She could be in shock.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Yeah. Let's lock it.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, as the princess approaches the bottom stair,
Excuse me?
your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Save. Warn her.
Stop that.
Warn her.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her
I
heart.
saw it. I saw there was an option.
But the princess dodges, stumbling
She is
back
so
against the wall
good.
before the blade has a chance
She
to connect.
clearly does her aerobics. When she's trapped in here, she clearly does her taekwondo stances and punches everything. Hello. We are saving this princess. I am doing amazing. Clearly, this is all fine. This is 100% fine. She's beauty, she's grace, she's perfect in every way. And I should mention this to everyone new coming in. I do not know what's going to happen. No spoilers, please. All I know is this is shady, and I'm saving her, and we're fine. And this is fine. It's just beautiful, and we're fine.
Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
What if I want to die? What if this is how I want to go? What if that's fine?
The blade. Move the blade.
I am clearly not human. She's probably not human. We're fine. This will be perfect.
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
What are you doing besides gaming? Right now? No, just gaming. That's it.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
Infuriatingly beautiful, completely fine, normal talent hands. That's what's...
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
Eh?
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony.
Are you steady or not?
You aren't
Steady?
dead yet.
I don't know what that means. So probably not.
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
Ooh.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone.
You've taken over my body. What can I do? What can I do? What have you done to me?
Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
She looks cute while she's doing
I'm
it,
sorry, I'm sorry.
though. This is very dramatic. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she?
Oh, I'm so sorry. If you're here to sell art, I already have an artist who works with me right now. But thank you.
Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
It's fine. It's fine. She definitely feels bad about it. I also have that thank yous, though.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks.
Aw, poor baby. I'm fine, thank you.
It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's
she's
rich coming
crying.
from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened.
Look at those big,
The two of you made
big
your choice.
They literally gave her
It's
anime
over.
eyes. How could I say no?
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Well, that was the game, guys. That was it.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Eh?
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Excusez-moi? But I died.
I can assure you that you're not dead. And to answer your second question, you're here to slay the princess. I literally told you that a second ago.
Yeah, sure.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
I said I was not interested, thank you.
Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
Voice of the fucking spit.
Our beloved?
Alright.
Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will
I wouldn't
be
say in
foiling
love,
any
we
and
literally
all
just met.
assassination attempts you've got in the works.
I wouldn't say in love.
We'll see about that.
Definitely.
Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
I'm with you, but also, we just met. It's kind of rude to be pushed onto her. She's beautiful, she's perfect, but let's assume. Why should I listen to you? Why should I be bothered doing any of this?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving.
All right.
Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
I didn't listen to you, and good
You
things
were the
happened.
one who did us in, villain.
Kind of.
Well, not you in the literal sense, but you did everything you could to stop us from rescuing her.
I mean, yes.
Oh, I wonder why. Maybe it's because the entire world was at stake. No lone princess is worth that price.
I mean, truth to be told, if it were take a single person dying to save the world, in theory, I am totally, totally not. You know what? I'm not totally okay with it because the logistics of killing a single person won't change as much as people assume it would change. You kill the worst person in the world, there's just going to be someone to take their place. You need to take down the system that created that horrible person. So maybe we're looking at this the wrong way, narrator. Whatever's causing the world to end, it could just be something unrelated.
I beg to differ.
Exactly.
I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just going to take a deep breath and assume that whoever is making the decisions here has the common sense to ignore your protestations.
I will ignore your protestations.
Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
Sounds like it.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
Okay, yes, all this is
If
true.
it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died?
So many things could have happened. You could have been the one trapping me in a never-ending cycle until I do what you want. Now you're gonna do that shit.
Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
You're just creeped out because she can kick ass.
She would never. She's a perfect angel that you cruelly imprisoned
could
as
be.
part of some convoluted, dastardly scheme.
Yes.
Convoluted. I don't know how this premise could be any more simple. Princess bad, stop her, save everyone.
I mean, it is a simple premise, but you're already giving me the assumption that I don't need to know anything, and I need to know a lot more. With them, then I'm gonna find a way to save her from the cabin.
That's right, you can't stop all of us.
Yeah.
We're going to sweep her off her feet.
That
if it's
voice
the
needs to
last
keep quiet,
thing
whoever the fuck you
anyone
are.
Does.
Are these really the sorts of people you'd like to align yourself with? You're not at the cabin yet. You still have plenty of time to reflect on the situation. I just hope for all our sakes that you make the right call.
This is fine. We have more to talk
Just be
about the
quick
princess?
about it.
Do we? I don't think we do. They were even able to kill me last time because I let her. She could have a knife. How is she supposed to end the fucking world?
She just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're
You know what?
fully
Fuck
up
you.
to the task that's been
Fuck
given
your
to you.
ass.
Maybe it's her beauty that threatens the world.
Also, shut up, Smitten.
Sure, it's her beauty. Why not? And before you ask, no, we can't just keep her down there. If you don't slay her, she's going to find a way out. It's unfortunate, I know, but it's just the way it is.
We're locked in the basement.
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't
What
overcomplicate
country
things.
are we in? Whose princess is she a diaspora of? If they locked her away, couldn't they slay her?
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps. But it's just the way things are.
That's so vague. I love it.
Oh, I didn't know we were special. Of course you're special. Why else would you be
Voice
here?
of the hero, don't fucking start with this.
Calling us special isn't going to make us friends, even if it did feel nice.
We're a crow. We're a crow baby who just wants shiny things, aren't we?
Oh, believe me, the last thing I want is for you and I to be friends. But I'm a professional, and I'm not going to let my dislike for you get in the way of helping you
Exactly,
save the world.
lady. Why are you being cagey? What aren't you
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult.
And what do I get for saving the world? That's another thing. What do I get for
Not
saving
to
this
sound like a
theoretical?
broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to take me at my word.
Because your word is
Great.
that
Now, if
trustworthy.
you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Do I even know the whole world? I could turn around and leave. But she's in the cabin. She's in the cabin. Let's go.
A warning before you go any further.
Sure.
She will lie,
You
she
said that
will
last
cheat,
time.
and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
We already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we
just
can
turn
believe
it the
in.
fuck down, just a tiny bit. You're making me, the gay, uncomfortable.
I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice.
Yeah, he does.
I
Definitely.
do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
Okay, we need to turn down that passion just a little bit.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet.
Exactly. I like the voice of the hero better right now.
Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
If every time I die I'm gonna get a new voice in my head, I'm gonna go crazy. It's fine. I'm fine with that. Just to fuck you, narrator in particular. But you know,
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
again, precipice, knife, but also, how the fuck does that work? The cabin window?
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
This whole cabin is different.
Very different.
Is it? I can't say I was paying much attention to the scenery last time around.
You weren't even alive.
Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. Stop letting yourself get distracted.
Fine. Okay. You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror.
Yeah, there's a mirror right there.
There isn't.
Yeah. Let's
I'm
go
sure
look.
the princess would tell us there was a mirror if she were up here.
Shut up.
In which case she'd be lying to you because, again, there isn't a mirror.
Why would you lie about that? What's the point?
Exactly. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? Would you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done?
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
Not very reflective.
This really isn't funny.
Wipe in the mirror.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall.
I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
I am definitely a gold... I'm a crow person. I'm a crow person. That's cool. That's fine. That's sexy.
I was there a second ago.
Exactly.
Now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off
Exactly.
her feet.
We're
if we have
feather.
a
We're
feather
bird.
out
We're a
of
bird
place.
person. We're a bird person who wants shiny shit and probably wants the crown more than the princess, honestly. We're fine. Should I take the blade again? Exactly. We're a bird. We're a bird. We're a bird. We're a beautiful bird. Should we take the blade? We needed it last time. But also, blades in our hands, according to last time, didn't end well. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna save. I'm gonna save and take it. Save. Yeah, let's just take it. Take it. Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
I suppose if we're to play the role of dashing knight, we need an equally dashing sword. That way she'll know we can defend her from her enemies.
Exactly.
Hopefully it doesn't put her on edge, and hopefully it doesn't get turned on us again. There's no use arguing over
it's a little
motivations right now. It's good that you took the blade. You'll need it to do your job.
We'll be fine. This is fine.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate
The
stairwell.
flames are nice.
Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the
Again,
walls.
are we sure this is a
The
cabin in the
basement
woods and not
almost
just a
seems
tower?
welcoming in the dim firelight. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Huh?
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice, it's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already.
It's fine. It's fine. Let's go
Held
save
my
her.
tongue till
She's
now,
beautiful.
but
She's
you're
beautiful.
taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning.
I'm with the hero. I'm with the hero.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all
Could
part
use it
of
as
the
a lockpick.
manipulation.
We could try. We could try. That's not usually how blades work, but we'll try.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall. My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
Honestly, side note, the window behind you is not looking too bad. We could, if we can get you out of those chains, we could just hop it, climb down.
You know she can't hear you, right?
I don't know why.
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
That's true.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Oh, you look so ready.
Do you hear that? She said we're dashing.
And she called us a hero.
Oh, now the voice is
Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it?
It really does. It 100%.
Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
No shit.
That's right, villain. And you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was
Exactly.
self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
Perfect.
And you've
And her
done it
hand's back.
before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
Now, hold
Look
on.
how
If she
beautiful
actually
she is.
ended
I love
a
the frills of
world,
the
are you
dress.
sure we want to do this?
Her
Are you
smile.
sure we want to rescue her? We never saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic
Maybe not
destiny than I've ever
romantic,
been.
But, you know,
I shan't let anyone convince
maybe
us otherwise.
with the right time, presence, a few dates, some dashing heroics, we'll have it at the end of the day.
Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
We must look even crazy to her, because we are just like staring right now as the voice is in our head. I have to ask, did you end up the world? Oh, I'm sorry what happened last time. The narrator who sent me to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She probably put us out of our misery. Honestly, yeah. We were doing our best. She said we're doing our best, guys.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent,
We're a
actually.
crow person. What can we judge? How can we judge
That's
this?
because she's perfect.
Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do?
If so, we're both trapped in a very cruel joke.
She doesn't. There's no one else like me.
Sure.
I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
I have to ask, did the world end after you killed me back there?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Would you... Oh,
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips.
I mean, okay, that's a bit more of a red flag.
Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
One way or another about the world. Honestly, the world sucks. People are here plague. I hope you brought a slow and painful ruin to all of them. Nah, no, I don't want the world to end.
Then I didn't end the world.
Okay. Okay.
See, she didn't confess anything. She is innocence itself.
Wait, I should have saved and asked if she said the world was horrible.
I'm not so sure.
I should have saved. What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
Oh, see. Yes, okay. I'm gonna quick save. I'm curious about something. Quick. Yeah, I just saved. I want to see what she was said. No? Yes? Load? Wait. Load? Quick. Yes. Huh? I just want to see what happens when we say. No, that's not it. That's not it. I can load from here. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Oh shit, I fucked it. It's fine. It's fine. Take the blade.
Hopefully it does.
It's fine. This is fine. This is good.
But it's yes. You walk down.
It's you.
That's where only now.
Are you?
Okay. Okay, I'm saving. I'm actually saving. Like, legit save. Okay. This is fine. This is all good. Now, she got me curious. At the last time.
If another version of me was pushed,
She took
that's
Do you think she died?
I think he's.
Okay, here's where I save again. Save. This is fine. This is fine. This is good. Rescue. The world end.
I don't know.
Isn't that? You listening?
Honestly, people play ghosts. Okay. It's dark, I know, but I'm curious. I'm so curious about her answer.
I can't believe that the fate of the entire world has been left in the hands of a misanthrope.
Lucky for you, I did destroy the world. I destroyed all of it and made it awful for everyone.
Great.
I'd point out that she just admitted to obliterating the entire world, but I guess that wouldn't actually move you. Oh, it moves me. Whatever we do next, we should do our best to not let her out. But have you seen her angelic face? She should get a pass. She just wanted to make us happy.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world?
Isn't that just... You listen.
I have no feeling one way or the other.
At least you're being honest. I can't believe that the fate of the entire world has been left in the hands of a nihilist. The princess shifts in uncomfortable confusion.
Me too. I don't care.
Okay.
She wasn't confused for long. If she doesn't care, then clearly she didn't end the world. It would take a great desire for evil to do something so inconceivable, and our dearest has not an ounce of cruelty within her. All is well, and it's high time we rescued our beloved.
Exactly. That's exactly it. That's okay. I really didn't care for that last time.
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done. What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her
Maybe
hand
I
through
can
the
live long
chains.
enough to see what she actually does if she does.
Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
Have you considered we're gay?
She didn't care
Let's just
last
go with it.
time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel.
You're in love with the concept, Smithy.
No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not
We
to be
are a
trusted.
monster. Let's rescue.
No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her?
Yeah.
Yes. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
Okay. I'm a little bit worried about that
You
voice.
wouldn't. I would.
Okay.
I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings, and doesn't the world end if we don't stop her?
I mean, who are you talking to here? Are you talking about the smitten or talking about the narrator? They both have very strong feelings.
You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed.
We are doomed, probably.
I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you. There's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
Is this our fate? Is this our fantasy? Are we just in a dream?
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
The princess jumps up and smothers you
Titties.
in a joyful
I'm so sorry.
embrace.
You're beautiful. I'm so sorry.
Are you sure you want to do this? Just one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade is buried in her back, and everyone out
I'm so
there
sorry.
is
That was a
saved.
little bit objectifying. You're beautiful.
Is that a
I'm
threat?
I'm so shocked. I got like a big.
You know
shock.
what we'll do if you try it. You're going to regret this.
Maybe, perhaps it's a different crown this time.
What do we do now?
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Let me guess. End the world? Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
You're right. The dress is different.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
You're definitely not an actual princess.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection, and then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
There must be something.
I just want to make you happy.
Your eyes are just getting more shoujo.
She can't just want to make us happy.
What's with the music?
It makes sense to me. That's all I want for her, so of course she'd want the same for us.
I'm saving. I'm saving. I'm saving. I'm saving. The music's going bad. The music's going bad. This is fine. What would make you happy? Like, you just met me. You can't base your entire life around my happiness.
Okay, if that's what makes you happy.
Okay.
Is she broken? What's going on? What's going on is she's lying to you, only she isn't a good liar.
I don't think she's
You
a
starting
person
to
at this
trust me
point.
now?
She's beautiful, don't get me wrong, but I think she's a concept. Oh no, she's literally every... She's simplifying. Oh no, I'm simplified. Wait. Save. Does that... Do I want to try the paradox? I want you to make me unhappy.
Okay, if that's what makes you happy, I can make you unhappy.
Oh, well,
This isn't right. I don't know what's going on, but this isn't right. I fail to see the problem here. She's just sweet on us. You don't have to act like it's a big deal.
alright. She's drawn like I would draw her. What will make you
I just want to make you happy.
okay?
Is it just me, or does it feel like we're alone right now? Like we're the only ones here?
Okay. And left something. You don't get to ask. Get the chance to ask another question. Something has taken her away. All is left is something else.
No. She was our perfect match.
The crow and the princess.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a... Why is it here? Why now?
The narrator's gone.
He is. Does that mean the world ended?
The villain vanquished.
I don't know where she went. I don't know how. I think we're supposed to look
There's
in the mirror.
something dreadful about it.
I don't think you should.
I mean, it's right there.
Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt.
I mean,
Right?
I should have worn a bird costume for this. I don't know where she went. I don't know how. And I don't know how to go look for her.
Right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing.
I can't believe she was taken away from us.
Let's go in
I'm
there.
begging you, don't do this.
I don't have a choice anymore. You approach the mirror. Gaze. Before they're gone, but the mirror remains. Silence. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what it is. It's you. See, I'm a bird. I'm a bird. Why are you upset? You're a bird. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
You know, for someone who probably can't have good drawn hands, you have a lot of hands. The gift of the fragile vessel?
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own.
Are you some sort of...
This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart.
Okay, what sort of deity are you?
Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
No, I mourn her. What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
I don't know what I am.
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Interesting. Oceans reduced to shallow creeks. So, deific figures reduced by the power of man? Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known.
Interesting.
The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Oh, that's kind of cool. The hand is opening the jaw in order for her to talk. Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
True. Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what's trapping me here?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
Understandable. But were you always the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Sometimes, yes. Do you know World's Planet? Do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
Know about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
Okay. Attack the entity, destroy your body? What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
So what you want me to do is you want me to go to every ending so I can make you whole. Make you a complete person. How much will I forget? She wants all the endings. I think we've accidentally unlocked the best. Well, not unlocked. We unlocked the keys to the best ending. How much? What pieces do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
Okay. How much will I forget?
Everything. Until we meet again.
Okay. what if I don't let you do this to me? Shit. Let's stop. If I help you, what are you going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
You're being cinematic. What are you gonna do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
Are you scared I'm gonna actually find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
And what if I don't let you do this to
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
me? Okay. Alright. I'm saving. Very much saving. Oh, just look at her, just so becoming less and less. I'm not going
If you need time, then I'll wait with you.
back. Okay, let's wait. Wait forever. Okay, sure. Let's get the first editing.
You are as I am now, and forever is a long time to remain undone. I am not you, but I know that I would return before forever was finished. What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping? If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary
We're getting very
pattern
existential
repeating
here.
itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage. You'll always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine.
It just said quit the game out. Sure. What happens if I load it up?
You have returned to me.
Oh shit.
Though you were gone mere moments, I never left your side.
If I just leave my computer? I never left your side. Attempt out of your destiny. Ah. Shit. Sorry. I have to refix this. Almost there. Thank you, boy. Fuck. She don't like me sometimes. Interesting indeed. Okay.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Everything goes dark and you die. The hero and the princess. Bring the deconstruction.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that
Real
path
slay the
is
princess
a
star
cabin.
to see her.
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it
Yep.
will be the end of the world.
Okay, we're gonna be a little more skippy now.
I'm talking about the...
I'll let. And how can you lock a princess away in the basement of the
Don't.
world? Okay. Give me
Look.
evidence.
Does...
What if I just turn around and fucking leave?
Whatever, and before you causality, it's no unless...
Get someone else
Oh, if
to
only that were the... I have, like I said.
do this. Yeah, forget it. I'm not
Are
doing
you
this.
serious? No, you have to do it.
I don't have to do fucking shit.
Of course I haven't. I mean,
Yeah, you know what? Okay, Turning around.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Our new plot, our new goal is to make more versions of my dear princess. So let's go. We're not going to deal with this. Cabin. Yeah, I'm definitely going. Yeah, I definitely know where I'm going. Yeah, I know where I'm going. Yeah.
Somehow I doubt that, but fine.
This is good.
I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it.
Exactly.
Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
You don't know what you're talking about, you motherfucker.
That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again.
Convenient.
Maybe the world can
We're
still
trapped.
be saved.
This isn't a
after
real
all.
world. This is a fiction. Turn around
You're
again.
really keen on wasting everyone's time,
Yeah, I am.
aren't you? It's remarkably
I have
selfish.
a mission for
if
my
you ask
princess.
me. I've already
My
outlined the stakes of the
deific,
situation. If you don't do your job,
Angelically
everyone dies.
accurate princess.
Like, dies. Forever.
Yeah, sure. You're not gonna emotionally blackmail me into this.
Stakes and consequences aren't emotional blackmail. They're facts of life, and if you had an ounce of maturity, you'd understand that.
We are a bird inside a bird cage.
But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came.
Yeah.
Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
Well, I guess I'm start walking a different direction again. In fact, I'm gonna just keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this fucking place.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who
Has
ever will.
anyone else ever lived? Question mark? There's no proof. You have not shown me proof of life.
And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves.
It's a cabin.
But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light.
It's an asshole
In every
bending reality.
direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins.
You're okay with
desperately
this. You're
trying to
okay.
draw you back
Do you
to
think
where
you're
you need to
not
be.
shady?
Wait, what's
Even
going
if the
on?
princess is, let's be honest, a little bit shady at this point. I didn't want to admit it, but she's giving off shady energy. But this isn't helping. This is
You're
helping
too
your
stubborn
case.
for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me
Yes.
than you do about the fate of the
Exactly.
world.
I love
You've
irritating.
doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Sure. The stranger.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
And there's a
You're here
fucking
to
wall.
slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Sure. You bastard.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We've just met for the first time.
How can you meet someone who's just an ethereal
If he
voice?
doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
I don't know. I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking. He's like a captive audience.
Yeah.
The entire world ending wasn't enough to get rid of us. I don't think there's much he can do other than object. I wonder what else we can do to ruin his day.
If by ruining my day, you mean ruining
everyone's day, forever.
Okay, I'm
then
thinking we
yes,
try
I
and get the
suppose there
best
are
princess
plenty of ways
versions.
you could pull
I don't know
that
what they
off.
are, but I think if we're just continually nice to the princess, she doesn't need an infinite version of herself. She just needs a certain number of herselves together to make her whole. So let's just try and make sure the nicest versions, because if she's going to be a god, we want her to be a good god. She can stomp on me, and that's bad. Well, not that that's about it. She can stomp on me whatever she wants. But let's not make it her good god princess, exactly.
The world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. For all we know, we just got lucky. The world hasn't ended yet. And you are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind
Oh,
and stay
happy Halloween,
focused
everyone!
on the task
It's officially
ahead.
Halloween for my dear friends. Those walls weren't here last time. You can't force
What are
me.
you talking about? I'm sure those walls have always been there.
Because that's
It makes
normal.
sense if you think about it. If there weren't any walls in the woods, someone might have gotten lost. Or, heaven forbid, someone other than you might have stumbled onto the princess.
Heaven forbid someone stumbled onto the princess, or these normal reach up to the fucking sky walls that stop us from leaving. Yep. Okay, heading to the cabin now. We're definitely gonna slay the princess.
You know I can tell when you're lying, right? Please take this seriously. I am begging you.
I'm begging you.
A warning before you go any further.
Sure.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you. If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar.
She could.
Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it. Let's keep an open mind.
Oh, we can't leave. Okay, fine. Fuck it.
The cabin interior is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. But it's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense.
I'm pretty sure I just saw those are stars on the floor, right? That's not just a puddle.
The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths, its material devoid of feature. Perched on that table
It's very
is a pristine
water-like,
blade.
this room.
The blade is your implement. If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust, or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window.
Let's grab it and throw it out the
Good
window.
as a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway.
And the mirror.
We're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with.
I'm gonna throw the knife out the window. I'm sorry. Unlike Smitten, I really like Contrary
I've already
here.
told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise? You can't just say that. Not when everything here is so wrong. Listen to
Nothing.
me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action
Save the world.
If you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her. Oh, ho, ho, ho! You've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves? Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together.
Sure.
Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm. How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us.
That's
I'm
true.
not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind. Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird.
He's got a point. I really
What you're
like
seeing here
Contrary.
is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard. Okay, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
Okay. Let's save. Alright, let's just... Yeah, let's override that. That's fine. That's fine. Let's take the blade.
Take the blade from the table. It would
But
be
we're gonna
difficult
throw
to
the
slay the
brave-
princess and save the world
Blade.
without a weapon.
Blade out the fucking window. It's gonna be fun.
Okay, fine, you took the knife. But you really shouldn't hold it like that. Then how are we supposed to hold it? The other way. Thumb at the bottom. Will look much cooler and more serious if we hold it with our thumb at the bottom. It really doesn't matter how you hold the blade, as long as you have it. Just make a choice.
Hold the blade.
You switch your grip on the blade.
Can I
Congratulations.
throw it out the window?
Yes! Isn't this so much better?
Exact. It is. Look at that. Much better.
Okay, fine. You're right. This does look a lot better. It really doesn't matter. Just get on with it and deal with the princess already.
Throw the blade out the window.
Yes! Do it!
Let's do it.
Seriously. You throw the blade at the window, glass showering the cabin as your weapon flies out into the night. I suppose you'll just have to deal with the princess without it.
Exactly.
It'll be fine, don't worry about it. What's
The
the
window
worst that
broke
can
on both
happen?
ends?
The world ends. Been there, done that. I'm not so sure. This place is already messing with my head. It would be much better if we had a weapon.
But also, that was
What's done
funny.
is done. Good luck, hero.
You didn't say anything, Mirror.
We should look at ourselves. Wouldn't that be fun?
Look at yourself in the... Because there isn't a mirror, Bob.
There's definitely a mirror.
Yeah.
There isn't. You insisting it isn't there just makes me want to look at it even more.
This is true. I would lie about that. You know, last time I said, why would you lie about that? Look how handsome
We
I
shouldn't
am.
waste time preening. If he is lying about the mirror, it might be important.
Exactly.
I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. So we're all in agreement then. We're looking.
Yes.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. This really isn't...
Okay, wipe the mirror. Still
Reach
wall.
forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall.
I do.
It was there a second ago. And now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to change things, right? We'll find it again. Then we'll see whatever it is that you don't want us to see.
Exactly. Maybe it is the narrator sticking out.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a web of branching staircases.
You know,
all
it's
built
kind of
from
pretty in a, like a
unidentifiable
dark,
materials.
existential way. I like it. It's working.
Nothing here seems to belong. And the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get. Your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere.
You just keep
Oh,
going
yeah.
down. Eventually, everything leads down.
The air here has
Once
a
you're at the
skinny,
bottom, then you got it.
almost sludge-like miasma to it. The kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing.
I
If
know
the
what you're
princess lives
saying.
here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour.
You keep
Her
saying that.
voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
Oh, don't be such a baby.
Exactly. We're
I
gonna be
don't
nice
want
to her.
do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die.
I think we might.
We don't even have a weapon.
Yeah.
But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward.
He did?
And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure. And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success?
No.
There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
You know that's true. I'm feeling that center stare. I'm feeling the center stare. Let's try it. Oh yeah, wall's outside. You're right. I thought he meant the wall.
You step onto the center staircase. Paths wind out around you in all directions, each step branching into its own staircases, which branch into their own staircases, and so on. You aren't quite sure if yours is taking you up or down, but at the very least, it's taking you somewhere.
True.
You concentrate on where you are, careful not to stray onto any of the many splitting branches that tempt you on all sides. You wouldn't want to have to backtrack to yours once you'd made a decision that took you someplace else. And so you take one careful, focused step after another. One foot down, another foot down, another
It's a
after
little
that.
dizzy, but
You
we can
lose
live with
yourself
this.
in following the correct pattern, in following what looks to be the true path, the one that cuts straight down,
I just realized.
Or
I
up.
just
or
realized that.
maybe sideways.
just realized that I'm covering some of the shit. I just realized that I'm covering some of the dialogue, and I don't want to do that. So we're just gonna take that off for now. I'm so sorry.
But no matter the direction it goes, it certainly is the most true path. You know that much.
I'm not sure.
You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go.
Uh-huh.
Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether.
Is this like the prototype sketches?
Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten.
Did we? I think.
Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
What the hell was that? What happened to us?
I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs.
Strange.
Oh well, that was the trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways.
Exactly.
Princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here.
Her eyes are moving like the stars in the sky. It's strange.
And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down. You're here to...
He's just being an ass. We remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems normal.
Of sorts. Like, I was pulled apart and put back together again. Do you know what happened to us?
I don't remember what it was like before I was in this place. Why would I know what happened to you?
You have a different voice. I'm okay with that.
We're probably stuck down here forever, aren't we? There's no way out, and barely a way in.
Okay, that's not helping.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures.
Okay.
Where there was once just one of her, there is now another.
You jump, lady?
We can do that?
We can do that? Can we?
I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back?
You said you'd been here before, right? What exactly happened last time? Does it matter? Yes, it matters. But I'm not going to waste any more time prying out details if you're going to be so irritating about it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it? Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now.
This is fine.
New plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
That is a plan. I don't know what you are, but I can't trust you. I can't trust anything here. Leaves the basement. Regretfully think about the time you threw away the blade out the window. There's more of you now.
There must be something wrong with you. I'm the same as I was a moment ago.
You're very dreary. I actually like that.
I don't feel like I've gotten any bigger. Now what's that supposed to mean? Are you trying to get under my skin?
No.
She fractures again.
I don't like where this is going.
Neither do I. Which is why you need to slay her now before things get more complicated than they already are. How would we even do that? Where would we start? We could always start by retrieving the blade.
The one he made us throw out the window.
I liked that choice.
I wasn't the one who threw it. Oh, come on, you told us to. Don't try to pass the blame now that it's come back to bite us.
Well, if I'd known we'd be dealing with this, maybe I wouldn't have been so hasty with my suggestions.
I don't think we're going to be able to put her back.
Kind of hurts to think about it, doesn't it? It's like everything we say just multiplies her. It certainly looks that way, so please, for the love of everything, stop asking her questions and stop stalling. You're obviously just making things worse.
You're making things worse. I know that you don't know your name. I know that. We're aware. We're aware of this. We're fine with this. Should I just try and break her out? Should I just try? I'm going for. I'm trusting the princess more than I'm trusting this fucking strange narrator. No matter the ending, no matter how many times she kills us, I am going full in on gay trust. Just absolutely full in. Should I ask more questions though? Gay trust? Gay trust. Actually, I'm gonna ask one more question.
I don't have any weapons, and I'm chained to a wall. Do I look like someone that could end the world? Do I look like a monster?
Everything you've heard about me is true, and I'm going to lay waste to everything, starting with you.
Oh.
Okay, this was fun for a bit, but we can't even really interact with her, can we? What's the point of asking questions if all we're going to get is a million
I don't like
answers?
that one.
Can't even follow what's going on anymore.
We need to get out of here. This whole place is making me itch.
It's fine. Why is this all one answer? Try and free her.
That's not right. Go on. Take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride.
Okay.
You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions.
It's fine.
You find the blade suddenly in your hands. All at once you use it to strike at her bindings as you remain upstairs and slay her and leave her to languish alone. Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess.
It does sound like it.
But this... We can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now.
Yeah.
No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating.
True.
Nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world, the princess collapse in on themselves before it all falls apart. I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
Probably not.
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and the others, they just don't fit. We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable.
I'm so sorry.
Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
We should help her. I think we did this.
I think we did.
How surprisingly sincere.
Yeah.
I didn't actually think our actions had consequences.
It do be like
It's
that.
a little late for regret, isn't it?
Please.
Like you're supposed to be fixed. You just destroyed everything. I'm gonna fix you. I'll do my best. Okay, another one taken. Everything is false. But you'll never know if she heard you reply. She's gone.
She's
remember?
gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Okay. It's going to be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before, and you always get
It
scared.
feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. Yeah, don't look at it. I don't like that thing.
I'll see you on the side. It's gonna be okay.
If you say so, we'll trust you. You're not messing with us, right?
We'll get to it. I understand. We'll be fine. Approach the mirror. Let's go. You reach for it. They're gone again, just as before. We've grown? I've grown. We've grown. We're bigger now. We're a bit bigger. That's fine. You're fine. I got a trophy saying I've grown. I'm a bigger bird. Exactly. We're fine. Squawk. You find yourself in the long quiet again. Proceed to the cabin. You're at the cabin. Approach her.
Flickering lights in empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before.
Interesting.
Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Sure. How have you changed?
Is
How does
a
it feel?
child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
Alright. What does it feel like to change?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience
This is
stretches to new
fascinating.
corners.
Absolutely fascinating.
There
You
are
are
contradictions,
beautiful, might I say.
conflicts in my nature.
Wait, do you have a third titty?
And there are familiarities that
Complete
bind
and utter
everything
respect.
together.
Is that a third titty? I'm not judging you. You technically have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them, and the drawings just looks a little bit funky. And I think it's supposed to, so it's fine. But you might, and I respect you even more.
It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
Okay. This is all done. What do you want to do? Have you figured that out yet?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was.
Almost as much as an oak coach. Almost. Never. Big titty birds, they have a lot.
I
Big
cannot
titty
tell
Zelda
you
birds.
what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
You know that at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm gonna kill you, right? When I go back, if there's an invisible wall closed around me, when I go back, it is as if there's an invisible wall closed around me. Why can I not do the same thing I've done before? Oh, I can't do the same thing I've done before?
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now. Inaccessible.
I have to try that now,
The
though.
only
I have to
paths
try
of value are
redoing a
those that are
choice.
yet untread.
You've been kinder to me than anyone else I have ever met. Honestly, she has.
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every
I
perspective
like her.
only
She's the
meets my
only
shadows
person.
and shares
I'm
no
not gonna kill
secrets.
her. She might end the world, but honestly, at this point, is the world actually an existing thing in this reality? Your thoughts on this vessel?
These ones are a contradiction, a winding kaleidoscope of paths and wall. They are stretched into a shape not unlike me, but it is a shape they cannot hold. They will make for a rich and vibrant heart.
Cool.
Do not mourn them, for they will finally get to know themselves.
I'm hoping. I don't want to hurt you, but the more I go back, the worse I fear things will be.
The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but they are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them you are a gate to something more, and you are something more than that, too. But they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me.
So you don't mind me hurting them because they're not the whole of you. They're just a small section. You are literally a goddess. You are a fractured goddess of multitudes of insignificant small bits of yourself. and you need each bit to be made whole. You are a deity in all aspects of what a deity is. You are the reflection of each multitude. I'm sorry, multitude of what I think you're going to be. My experience is what shapes your being. My desire is what shapes the little bit of you that comes into existence, what I think you're going to be. Therefore, you are a deity in every single instance of philosophy. Hi, I think that's really cool. You're how I describe gods when I write fiction.
Around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
I'm gonna try and be as nice as possible, even still. Because even if it's just a fracture of an experience and it doesn't matter too much to you. How many more vessels do I need?
If I am to be an ocean, you have nurtured me into a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective.
Alright, that's fine.
You will have your rest in due time, and I am sorry for the burdens I place on you.
I get bigger, you get bigger. We're all big. You don't have perspective?
My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet
Yeah,
to
that makes
feel
sense.
them.
You are a
It
very
is you
young
who guides me
deity.
down the thin trail of perspective and memory.
Alright. I'm ready to go back. I'm not.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am.
Baby God. Baby God.
We will meet again.
It goes dark and you die. Bring the stranger
You're
to her.
on a path.
Yeah.
You're here to.
Yeah, okay. This is all the same,
I'm
so I'm just
talking-
gonna skip it. Don't tell me why. Do I get some reward for doing this?
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before.
What happens if she gets out then? This time. I'm thinking about doing the same choice up until, but I'm gonna let the narrator take over my body and kill her. I'm gonna try that. It's gonna be very similar, so it's gonna be real quick.
Then I get then eat. So sure, go talk to her.
It's a
You
very
make your way
slight
up.
variation,
We're not going to go through. Ignore.
but I'm curious about it.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The blade is your.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open. Her voice
Hello?
is, don't let it fool.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please.
You walk down the stairs and
Because I
lock
want to see
eyes
what the
with
goddess was
princess.
talking about.
There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. I am begging you to.
Hi.
Let's see. I'll see what I can do.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains, but they're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Nah, I don't.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the print.
You have any ideas?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains?
Maybe.
Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion with almost. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free.
True, exactly.
You attempt to make your way. Is someone.
Try the
You
door.
tried the door. Your
Let me the
shouts.
fuck
You're
out.
here to slay.
No? Okay, fine. Interesting.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
What mess you're in?
I heard the door slam.
There's a slight panic.
If I could just get out of these chains.
She barely hesitates
Okay,
before
we know this.
raising
We know.
her as she rips her
She's a
flesh from her
baller.
bowl.
She's
The
willing.
sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal.
She,
Or you
she's-
won't like what
Save the princess.
Fine. Against your bet, you cut. The blade is sharp, and it takes her limb. She didn't so much as No. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything?
Thank you.
Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of
Okay,
that.
so this
The
is
stakes
where I'm
are too
figuring they're
high.
gonna the
You can't
goddess
just let her
is gonna
escape
stop
into
us.
the world. No. As the princess approaches the bot. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
Okay, I'm gonna save.
Watch me.
Yeah, warn her. I can't warn her anymore. I have to slay the princess now. It's blocked me.
Okay, there's no going back now. I'm with you to the end. You bring the blade down to strike at the princess's heart. But she's fast. She ducks to the floor, your blade narrowly grazing her backside. Slaying her won't be easy now that she's free.
We could have gotten out of here together. Were you just lying to me this whole time? I don't know what's come over you, but if I have to kill you, then I'll kill you. Do you think I need both of my arms to do that?
She pounces on you with the same animal ferocity she used to tear through her arm. But you have a weapon. You raise the blade, digging it under her ribs, aiming directly for the heart.
She's got sharp teeth. It's kind of hot.
It's not enough to stop her. You feel her claws in your throat, then her teeth, somehow sharp enough to pull apart your flesh and sinew with ease.
Look. Sharp teeth are hot,
Collapse
let's
to
be
the floor,
honest.
your body unresponsive as your blood pools on the ground beneath you. She stares down at your ravaged form, eyes shining in the darkness, dress stained in red as her blood and yours both seep into the fabric. If we're lucky, the wound you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, it will kill her before she can reach the outside world.
I don't want to
It
kill.
can't just end like this, right? As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry, but it's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Death is just the beginning. The witch.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that, you're here to slay.
Yeah. Okay, now. What am I But I died. What did I
I can
do?
assure you that you're not dead. If he doesn't remember what happened, then brilliant. We need to keep our cards close to our chest, and I'm not sure we can trust him.
The opportunist?
No, I can hear you.
Was that
right?
the opportunist
It's
or
going
the
to be a lot
optimist?
harder than you think
I
to
can't
keep
read
secrets
that.
from me. Did I say I'm not sure we can trust him? Slip of the tongue, bit of the old brain fog. I meant to say that we should probably head over to the cabin and slay that princess. We already know we can't trust her, so let's get on with the show.
Is that opportunist or optimist? Opportunist, I think. Yeah, that looks like opportunist.
Those are two very different questions, but fine.
Okay.
Let's say for a moment that you died last time, but we were just weighing our options in a morally ambiguous situation. You can't blame us for weighing our options.
Exactly.
I can if you failed to slay the princess, which you apparently did. So great. Congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making... What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We were killed by the princess, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty Yes, but in this... If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived? That's a very good point. This princess character seems like a lot of trouble, and if you think about it, actually slaying her probably breaks us out of this cycle, right? We don't want to be stuck here forever, do we?
I really don't.
You're laying it on a little thick, aren't you? Laying it on a little thick? What are you talking about? I'm sharing my honest opinions. What matters is that almost everyone seems to be on the same page. So whenever you're ready, you can stop dawdling, get to the cabin, and save the world.
I could try and turn around and leave. Would that get me to the deja vu again? Let me try that. Let's try. This turn around and leave.
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
Interesting. Okay. Alright. Let's talk.
Just be quick about
Alright.
it.
Is there anything new I can say? To kill me by ripping to pieces, don't be wrong, I hated it, but how can someone like that in the world? To quote you... Wait, where... To quote you from last time around. Why was she able to rip me apart? Who was locked in the basement in the first place?
People lock.
Yeah. She killed me by ripping apart. I didn't hate it, but how can someone in the
She
world?
just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is
Imagine
true.
the
and
chaos
that,
of all the
despite
voices
it all,
talking. Oh my
fully
god,
up
we
to
would
the
never
task
be able to
that's
say
been given to you.
anything. You're being caged.
I've told you want us to stand a chance, not to sound like a broke. I don't think either of you really need to press the man on this. He wants us to slay the princess, so why would he have anything to hide? He seems like a nice guy to me.
You said
I
earlier.
appreciate the vote of confidence, but you should really stop wasting time.
She killed me.
Like I said, if she killed you, it was probably because you didn't listen to me. Don't talk to her, don't trust her, just go in, do your job, and save the world.
Nah. What can they say?
Oh. Of course you're special.
Ugh.
Why else would you be here? Good point. That really explains almost everything.
I assume that's
I'm not
sarcasm.
so sure about that. You know, you're right. But it explains...
Yeah, no.
Great. Now, if you don't...
Fine. Alright.
A warning. She will love... Don't worry, I think we've taken that lesson to heart at this point. You can trust us to get the job done.
Yeah, I just assume the opportunist is just saying whatever.
The interior of the cabin is a mess of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happened to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I'm not gonna take them. It's okay.
Very different. Maybe that's because you haven't actually... So focus up.
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall.
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
Wipe it clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall.
Yeah,
I
whatever.
hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
You're ridiculous. Let's enter the
No
basement.
blade. Leaving it behind didn't work out so well for us last time. It'll always be here if we need it. Sure, that was also true last time and we still died, but we definitely know what we're doing this
Exactly. We
time.
know what we're doing.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair. The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw, waiting to swallow you up into the earth. The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath.
I've smelled dirt
If the
before. It's not
princess
that
lives
bad.
here,
You're being
slaying her
dramatic.
would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
Probably. I'm not nasty.
But you are. You're a wretched little thing.
I didn't mean to be.
I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
See? She knows us. Is this enough for you to believe what we've been saying? Maybe, but you shouldn't let that cloud your judgment. She's just a princess. As long as you remember that and remain focused, slaying her will be easy.
Our nervous little
She
bee.
seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation.
That's my plan.
You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want
Exactly.
to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions?
Agreed.
Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk?
Also true.
You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess.
We can have both
Fine,
discussion.
Fine. You're the boss.
Apparently.
Thank you. You descend the basement steps,
She has a
entering the dark room below. You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
And there you are, once again seeming to offer a helping hand while likely hiding the other behind your back. Fine, I'll play along for now. What do you want?
She's acting like she already knows you. I guess what you said back in the woods really was true.
We literally just went over
That's
this.
pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning.
Yeah,
well,
he's sarcastic.
you seem to be great at it.
He is the narrator.
So, you really don't remember us, do you? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. You fought us on it back in the woods.
Very much so.
That was when the only perspectives we had were yours and mine. I'm just glad we could put all this behind us.
Agreed.
Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her.
I don't.
Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy.
Exactly.
Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
I'm armed. That's just a good hill, so why don't we talk it out? Look, I know things last time were messy, but I think there's a bigger than both of us at work. We should team up. I think that's the answer. Why do I have a nagging feeling you're going to stab me in the back if I help you out here? I don't trust you not enough to free you, and I'm definitely not enough to get... Bye-bye. Fair enough. I'm unarmed. That's a good gesture. So why don't we talk it out?
You came to me with empty hands last time, too. But that didn't mean you hadn't been plotting something nasty all along. What you did showed me as much.
But we didn't plot anything. We just made an informed decision based on the information we had at the time. I think you're both making perfectly valid points. Sure, we didn't plot anything, but it's easy to see how she might think we did.
Senpai, I think there's something bigger than us. We should team up.
I suppose you didn't come into my hovel of your own accord, did you? All right. I suppose I could team up. I need a way out after all. And unfortunately, you're the only one I have.
Sadly.
Seems to me like she's offering a mutually beneficial arrangement.
And if she stabs us in the
take
back, so be it. We're an inconsequential being in the
Do
end.
you know what the word mutually means? Because it sounds to me like she's offering an arrangement that benefits her and her alone.
I'm sorry about last time.
Smart. Let's apologize. Get us back on the right foot.
I doubt that being killed is not something stabbed.
Oh, you're sorry. Isn't that nice? You're such a gracious little monster.
We're all monsters here. Come on, be nice. She's more sassy. That's fair. She
If you're sorry, then let me out of here. Prove it.
Sure. I get the sense you're not happy. Why would I say that? It's completely fair that she's not happy. We stabbed her. I'm back. I didn't bring my blade down, remember? How am I supposed to get you out of those chains?
Oh, I don't need you to cut me out.
The princess grins as the chains fall from her wrist.
Ooh.
She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart, really. She knows how to hold her cards close to her chest.
Honestly, yes.
This is why she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices, she'll find a way out. Now stop her.
Okay. Yeah, let's leave.
Yes, let's.
And you're gonna stab me. It's fine.
She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face. She never breaks eye contact, even as the two of you find yourselves face to face.
She's perfect.
She's silent for a long moment, as if testing to see what you'll do now that she's within arm's reach.
After you, darling. You're the one it lets come and go. It's best if I
It
follow.
lets come. Oh, you know more. You know more this time. Perfect.
Oh no, we can't have that. If anyone is going to turn their back on anyone else, she's going to turn her back on us.
We did
It
stab.
shouldn't matter who leads and who follows. We're working together here.
Yes, exactly.
Well, if it doesn't matter, then she can go first. We may be in this together, but that doesn't mean we have to trust her.
I'm going.
Somebody has to go first, and it might as well be us. We're the ones who broke her trust. last
Exactly.
time. You're talking a lot about trusting someone who, by her very definition, cannot be trusted. I don't know how many more warnings I have to dole out, but if you help her out of here, you're going to regret it.
I regret a lot of things. Step up to the stairs.
That's right. You're the one who's going first. Don't worry, I'll be right behind you watching every single thing you do.
That's fair.
That's exactly what I'm worried about.
That's fine.
You step onto the stairs and begin your ascent from the basement. The princess follows close on your heels, perhaps even a little closer than you'd like. You're only
Okay.
saying that because you want us to feel nervous.
True.
I do want those things, but I want them for a good reason. I don't need you to trust me for my sake, because I already know that I'm right. This is for you. Can we walk backwards up the stairs? I think that's the smarter idea. She can't
I'm
sneak
okay
in
with
and
that.
attack
I'm okay
if
with
we're
that. So
facing-
long as she feels.
No. The stairs are a bunch of overgrown roots. You'll trip and hurt yourself.
And it'll be funny, and she'll laugh, and we'll think of this as a funny ordeal, and we'll go upstairs, have a cup of coffee, and laugh about it later.
But the princess is silent as you both continue the climb, and in no time at all, the upstairs of the cabin is within reach. Isn't that a relief? We're fine. Nothing happened. You're not even going to wait until you're through that door to proudly claim your victory, are you? Why did you just say that? I think we know why. You feel something dig into your shoulder, sharp and piercing.
Yeah.
The princess clawing at you and pulling you down with her full weight. Together you tumble back down the uneven stairs, your body and hers crashing against the unyielding wooden
At least
roots
if we
until
reborn
finally
a third
you both
time for
separate
whatever
with a
reason.
bone-shaking thud against the basement floor. You feel something pop. The princess lands against the far wall, gasping as she struggles to recover from the impact.
It was her nature. The frog?
You're still in shock, trying to get a hold of yourself. She grins as you continue to remain exactly where you are, cackling derisively as she watches
You
you
think I'm
realize
upset
that you
about
won't
this?
be getting up.
Darling, we're fine.
Wait, why won't we be getting up? I'm afraid your back is broken. One unlucky fall is all it takes, really, and you had several. You know what? I'll say it. That sucks. I don't like having a broken back.
Oh, man.
We were going to help her. Why? Why did she do that? It's what I would have done. Have you considered not being like that? Of course not. It's what keeps us alive. And yet here we are, paralysed and stuck with someone who hates us in the basement of
Is
a
her
remote
back
cabin.
broken, too?
You must have known this was coming. The arrogance of turning your back to me after everything you've done.
We could have gotten out of here.
Why would I ever trust you? Your hands have spilled my blood. And knowing that, you should never have trusted me either. You should have known I would never walk hand in hand with a loathsome thing like you.
I'm gonna make you feel sad about this.
By our very natures, only one of us could make it upstairs unscathed. Someone had to make the first move. Better me than you.
Are you sure?
See, this is why I wanted her to go first. I had this whole little scheme planned, where once she'd passed by the table upstairs,
I'd have said, now pick up the blade and stab her in the back.
I would not have done that.
And then you'd say something like, wow, that's an amazing idea that I never saw coming. Thanks for looking out for us. And then you would have done it and we wouldn't be stuck down here with a broken back.
I'm okay with this.
There's just one problem with that. And what's that? She was clearly planning to betray us. And if she was in front of us, she would have gotten to the blade first.
This is true.
Ugh, you're right, aren't you? I thought this whole thing was ironclad, but really it was doomed from the start, wasn't it?
Honestly.
The princess's body twitches as she tries to get up. Ho ho ho! So she's not as bad as us.
Something inside me is broken. Isn't that a cruel twist of the knife? Isn't that so funny?
It's sad.
She eyes you with intensity, silence falling between you for a long moment as her gaze travels up and down your battered form.
Seems I'm not the only one, though.
Wait, are we both just stuck here?
I think that's the sad truth of
Seems
it.
that way. What a way to go. But look on the bright side. In all this chaos, you may have actually managed to deliver a lethal wound.
Fuck you.
We'll be saved after all.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to die together. Isn't that a lovely treat? I wonder how long it'll take. Maybe I'll get to watch the worms lick your bones clean.
Is that really what's going to happen? Hello? Are you still there? What happens next?
He doesn't respond.
I think he's gone.
Something strange is twisting this place out of shape. I wasn't feeling much of anything, but now I feel cold.
All right, we got one. That's a curious experience. You don't get the chance.
She's
No.
gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
All right, just trust me. We've been here before. And you get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it. If he thinks it's bad, I'm with him.
It's not the end. Whatever's on this side or other side's gonna be nice. I'll see you on the other
Okay.
side.
Finally. We're going places.
Yeah, let's go places. Are we bigger? Are we even bigger? Are we huge? Silence. They're gone again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You're withering? Oh no! That's not good. That's not good. Quiet again. At the cabin. Approach her.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions
beautiful
than
goddess.
my attention can bear to hold.
More hands
To
mean
look
more
at any one is to
more
shift
hands to
them all into something
arms to
new,
hug.
and to look away
More
is
hugs to
reshape
have.
them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
How can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
She called my soul contortion brilliant. It doesn't matter how many times I go back, at least one of us always gets hurt the other. Does it make it worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
I resent the situation. Not really. It seems so distracted as soon as I'm near. It all seems so distracted. I have no opinions one way or another. Yes, you're torturing me. If anything makes me like you more. I don't know what that says about me.
It says that your heart is gentle, that even in the darkness you are guided by compassion.
What do you think of this vessel?
This one is hope, marred by bitterness. She could see the end of the tunnel, and the door was closed on her. She will make for a righteous and weathered heart.
Oh, I think my mic's a little low. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Boo boo boo. Is that better? Da da. That good? Da, da, da. I think it's good.
Do not mourn her. She is finally on the other side.
Do you know what happens when we leave this world behind?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths.
I
and
did
my
not
intentions
expect the
turn
game to
inward,
end like not like
except
end.
when
We're
you
not at the
are
end,
in
obviously,
play.
but we're not to go like this.
Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
Maybe. Do you still not care where I bring you next?
I care about your gifts, but I have no...
Okay. That's the same as before. How many more vessels?
We will know when we near our destination.
Alright, I've asked you too many times. I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Okay.
You're on a
Bring the
path
witch to her.
in the woods. And at the end of that, you're here to...
Okay. Where do we go from here? Because I feel like all the others is a violent option. Every other choice is a violent option. And I don't think we have a choice but to be violent. And we're stuck with violence. There is one more choice we could make. We could turn around and leave her. But I feel like that's as close as that is as close to violence as that can be. As theoretically can be without actually raising a hand. Oh, my little dear friend. Welcome to the Halloween stream. We're getting existential. We're saving the world by slaying the princess. In theory. From spooky, scary skeletons. Yes, Halloween time. We are slaying or saving the princess, but it seems like we're actually making a deific figure every time. Oh, yes. Slay. Yeah, okay, let's slay the queen. Yeah. Maybe I'm okay with the world ending.
Of course I haven't. Why would I even...
Maybe I'm okay.
No, I mean...
Okay. Oh, okay, thank you for telling me what to do.
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job.
Thanks for
You make your
leaving
way
it.
up the short path to the cabin. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore
We'll
him.
figure it
Doesn't
out. We'll figure it out. It'll be fine. It's just a normal cabin in the woods. Okay, this time I'm gonna bring the knife.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The
We're
air
bringing the
is
knife, but
stale
maybe
and musty,
bringing the knife
and
and
the
then
floor and
not
walls are
stabbing her
painted
is the
in a
correct
fine
choice.
layer of dust.
We'll
The
find a
only
way out of this
furniture of
perpetual
note
state of
is a
hell.
plain
This
wooden
circle
table.
of
Perched
choices
on that table
that we've been
is a
stuck in.
pristine blade.
Pristine.
The blade is your implement.
Okay, I'll take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Okay, let's go to the basement. Fine.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below.
Was this different the
This is
first
an
time?
oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood.
Honestly,
The
she's in a
princess really
jail.
lives
Of
here.
course she's not
Slaying
feeling
her is
great.
probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She
Ooh,
sounds
different.
dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hey, I think I'm here to kill you.
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me take a look at you?
It feels different now.
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero.
We'll see. We'll see.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
She could be a threat to my world.
Focus on the task at hand.
It's fine.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
I haven't actually decided yet. What? No way. Why would I think that? She looks like a vampire. That just makes it better. I haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Okay. Clang.
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out.
Exactly. Exactly.
Don't you dare.
Fuck him.
It's
Ignore the
fine.
narrator.
We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Exactly. Drop it.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Against your better judgment, you step forward
Okay,
to
she's a
speak
little
with the princess
deadpan, but
face
you know
to
that's
face.
fine. I don't mind.
Unarmed.
I don't mind.
We'll be fine.
Yeah, exactly. She could. That's my world. Lady, you're outing me.
I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
I might need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Honestly, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty awkward.
I know. I just said that. Now why are you here to kill me?
I've been told things. I'm just not sure what to believe.
Believe me.
And do you think asking me what to believe is going to suddenly make everything crystal clear? Let's not pretend that's going to happen. As far as you're concerned, and as far as they're concerned, I'm going to say whatever I have to get out of here. That's just the dynamic of our situation.
True. You're very reasonable. People out here are gonna say end the world. What do you have to say to that?
Don't just tell her that.
Yeah.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
Honestly, fair.
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
I said that earlier. I said, like, why would you be chained? If you were so dangerous, wouldn't you be chained for both arms? No, and to be honest, I'm more inclined to trust you than I'm inclined to trust them.
Sooner or later, you'll understand that I have your best interests at heart. Hopefully sooner.
Or later.
How sweet. Now be a pal and help me get out of here, would you? We could figure out how to deal with them after I'm free.
Shush you. Shush. I'll see what I can do.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I have a knife.
I'm guessing you don't have the key.
They wouldn't have given it to me.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
And there's the kind of keys. Do you have any ideas?
Well, you do have that big, sharp knife. You could always cut me out of here.
Will it let me?
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything to finally be free.
Okay, this is very similar to the
You
last
attempt to
ending.
make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of someone else here.
Fuck you!
Your shouts. You're here to.
Fuck you.
tried to
You already
repeat
locked me
my
once. I know.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her.
The
like
world's
you
getting a
were
little bit
supposed to.
wobbly, or was it always like that?
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yeah, we're all fucking stuck.
The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Let's see if the game will let us. Save.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's
It's
arm,
fine.
just
This is
above
fine.
the massive,
This is-
unyielding chain. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it.
Okay, she's much
Before long,
more
you're able to crack through
nonchalant
bone.
about this
She
whole
pulls
thing
the
this
bleeding
time.
stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet.
It's
She
good.
didn't so much as utter a sound.
It'd be like that.
Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
First locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
How are you able to take control of my fucking body, you disembodied
this isn't
voice?
fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
I can warn her again. Let's warn her. Let's warn her. Let's warn her.
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it! Stop resisting me! I am trying to get you out of here alive.
I wonder if this will bring a different ending. Resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
I'm not in the fucking mood.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease.
She's much better with the blade this time.
Her
She's
face remains
practiced.
unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
The prisoner.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Possibly. Okay, no. Your best.
By tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We've just met for the first time. Don't forget what he did to us the last time around. I wouldn't trust a word out of his mouth. There's got to be a way out of here, for us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying.
Exactly.
I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you two, right? It's
Yeah,
going
let's
to be a lot
let's just
harder than
skip
you
the
think to keep secrets
skip
from.
it and just keep
As far
going.
as trying to help her goes, need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is to the world at large? I told you about the stakes of this situation less than a minute ago.
Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different. Let's say you died. The absolute irony. Well, that's one way to put it, I guess. You really don't remember what happened last. That doesn't sound like the sort of thing I'd do. Which is honestly all the more reason for you to not buy into whatever self-delusions the three of you are crafting.
So you understand I'm a 3 separate being bird. I'm a bird with 3 voices in my head.
But
4 counting you.
this is a thought experiment, so I suppose I'll continue to give you the benefit of the doubt. If I did practically force the princess to kill you, it was probably for a good reason. Did you try and free her? Did you say something really mean to me? Because if I really did what you said I did, you probably deserved it. I'm a professional, after all.
He's a professional. Voice
Sure
in her head.
you are. Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us, and now everyone's right back where they started. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply If it's the latter, what do you think the people what a conveniently ambiguous group of things for her to ruin. For all we know, the princess left the cabin and never saw another soul.
Could be.
Oh, how I wish that were the case, but if the princess weren't a certain, inevitable threat to the world, the 4 of us wouldn't be here. And yet,
You're not
we
here.
are. You're talking in circles.
He is.
No, I'm talking in facts.
Let me save again. Alright, proceed to the cabin. Can we turn around and leave?
You have already committed to my
Okay, proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie.
Sure.
Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink. Wink. Did you just say wink out loud?
He doesn't have a corporeal form.
No, I didn't. Wink.
Wink.
Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
This is fine. A wink.
The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to
hear an owl?
illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison.
Again, logic doesn't
The
work
only
here.
furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Take the blade.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Or maybe I shouldn't. You did mention the mirror on the wall.
Definitely did not. Does the mirror not count as furniture of note to you? Because it should. There isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade.
Okay,
There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. I think you know what we have to do. Exactly.
Approach the mirror. Okay, we're
Walk
gonna
up
get...
to the wall next to the... This really isn't...
Wipe the mirror clean. It's still
Reach
not there.
forward and rub your hand. It was there a second, and now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled.
Okay.
Maybe it'll be back.
Should I take the blade, lady? Cryonic? My little dear friend, blade? I'm not sure if we should take the blade. Quick save. Take the knife? Take the knife. Alright.
You take
I'm
the
trusting
blade
you.
from the table. Good idea. Much better to be armed than to go in with blind hope alone.
Fair enough. Explore this cabin. It's different last
Very
time.
different.
It is.
Yes, but why? Did he change it? Or did it change all on its own? Maybe it's a different cabin entirely.
Either way.
Now isn't that a novel thought? Maybe you haven't actually been here. So focus up.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Let's go in the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few
This is
sputtering
very
torches
similar to
attempt
last
to
time.
vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Does she remember us?
Good question.
You walk down the stairs
Oh,
and lock
they-
eyes
okay.
with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves.
They
the
really went
chains
hard this
binding
time.
both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap. So much for cutting her out of here. Do you hear yourself right now? Cutting her out of here never should have been on the table.
It could have
You
been.
notice the empty chain on the wall. Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
I mean, it could be wrapped around her waist. Oh wait, is there a chain already wrapped around her waist? No, we got one on her neck, two on her arms. Yeah, it could have been a waist. I mean, you know, it could be for me.
That was there last time too, wasn't it?
It was, actually. You're right.
It was.
You're right. It was. There was
What
always
an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
Much of anything. Do you see how locked up she is? I'm just gonna leave her here. Sit with her.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
All right.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
You were told to sit. Sit.
You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
This is fine. This is fine.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
I've been here before. Am I the only one who remembers that?
Oh, are we acknowledging that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But yeah, I remember.
Okay, so we're both aware of the
I
situation.
guess what you said back in the woods really was true. As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things.
Possibly.
It's complicated things how, exactly? Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion. The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency.
Yes.
A contingency for what?
You're giving more
For you
information.
failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse. Just good luck. Now hold on, if you knew this could happen, why didn't you believe us back in the woods? Why lay out all those hypotheticals? We didn't have to talk in circles.
Exactly.
I needed you to believe this was your first time here, even if that wasn't the truth. I hoped if I pushed back hard enough I could cram this seeping mess back into the bottle. And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative. That's pathetic. I never said I wasn't.
Oh well, we're at least talking honestly.
I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that.
You have no idea, my dude.
Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky, so don't waste that luck by messing it up again. Alright? Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark? The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much. Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that.
I can't.
I won't.
Exactly.
Fine, but you won't get another word from me on the matter. Yeah, sure. We'll see about that. Just give it a rest, this isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
I have lots of voices in my head. They're very loud. What happened after I died last time?
Nothing happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new place in chains again. More of them. And now you're back.
Is that really all she knows? It's not like we have much of a clue about how things work. And she's probably even more in the dark than we are.
Maybe.
You're looking at me like I might be hiding something. I'm not.
I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why.
Yeah. You were asking about my intentions earlier. The other chain on the wall, who is that for?
I don't know, but you could always try it on.
I mean, that's true.
Maybe it'll fit.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the
I might
world.
do that. I'm gonna save. I've been saving a lot lately. I know. I'm gonna save, and we're gonna do it normal, but I might skip all the way back here just to do that. Inspect
I
this.
wouldn't do that if I were you. And why is that? Do I even need to explain myself? It's a shackle, and it's one without a key. Do you want to be stuck here like she is?
No.
And what? Is it going to lock the second we put our wrist into it?
I don't know. Maybe it will.
He doesn't want us to look at it. That's all the reason we need to investigate.
But what if he's telling the truth?
He isn't.
I am.
Let's inspect the shackles.
Against your better judgment, you approach the chain dangling from the far wall. The princess watches you with faux disinterest as you inspect it, though she can't fully hide her curiosity. I don't want to say what I'm supposed to say next.
What is that supposed to mean? It sounds bad. Is it bad?
Yes, it's bad.
Come out and say it then. You're just wasting time.
Sure.
Fine. As you hoist the shackle, its heft shifts within your grasp, as if pulled by some odd magnetism. Before you can so much as blink, it practically leaps from your hands, snapping around your neck. And, as if your situation weren't bad enough, the same magnetism repels your blade, which is flung from your hand and sent skittering
This
across
is very
the floor
magical.
of the basement.
Excuse me?
Yes?
Are we stuck here now?
Yes.
About.
Huh, so it does fit. And I guess it doesn't like your knife. We're stuck here together, aren't we? That's funny.
It's a little sad.
What are we supposed to do now?
Can't even cut ourselves out. Guess we'll starve.
That's horrible.
It's not all bad. We learned a valuable piece of information.
We did.
Not to touch things we're specifically told not to touch.
No, that there's something special about this loose chain. It's clearly important.
True. So we're both stuck here.
Yep.
What should we do?
Wait, I guess. Maybe something else will happen. Maybe not.
Something was gonna happen to me?
No.
Fair. Not one for small talk.
Nope.
Fair.
That's rude.
Wait and
You
see.
and the princess wait in silence, though neither of you knows what you're waiting for. But you're waiting for something. You're waiting for anything.
This is so boring.
It's
There must be
fine.
something we can do to get out of here. There must be something we're missing.
Let's stretch our little toesies.
But there isn't. Time passes. It passes and passes and passes. And the basement of the cabin remains much the same. It is cold.
and silent.
At least the world is safe.
Yeah.
It isn't. You're stuck. Too far away from both the princess and your blade to do much of anything.
You know, in theory, if you're correct and the princess needs to die, and I'm not the one to slay her, I'll just sit here, and she'll die of starvation, and we'll die probably slower, and you get to witness the whole she's dead thing, so be happy.
But she's not ending anything. She's just sitting there. Her very existence is a threat. It harms everything around it.
How exactly does that work?
It just does.
But
Your line of questioning is interrupted by the passage of even more time. And after that, even more time passes again.
How are you able to control time?
And let me guess, the cabin remains the same.
if time is passing, the cabin can't be the same. Even if the differences are small, they have to exist. That's just how things work.
True. Wait, was that a dot right there, or was that me?
I suppose you're correct. Things are changing. The differences are small at first, a bit of weathering here, a bit of erosion there, but then they get larger and larger.
Have you noticed Jasmine's changed?
I don't like small talk, remember?
Still rude.
Yeah. It's fine.
You continue to wait in silence, and the cabin continues to change. The decay comes faster now. You can see earth through holes in the
Hey,
stonework.
maybe we'll break
and
out of
watch
here and see some
lichens
sun.
spread along the seams of the walls.
That doesn't make sense. Has our entire concept of time changed? What happened to starving? We should have died by now if the rocks around us are starting to erode.
Are these chains keeping us alive?
She hasn't starved. I guess she hasn't.
Well, the knife's
Even
gone.
more silent time passes as you watch roots push themselves through the increasingly porous walls of the basement. Dirt seeps inside, flowing across the stone floor like a liquid.
Well, now we're
covering the
kind of
ground
really
and
trapped
threatening
here.
to swallow you
I mean,
both.
I guess in theory we
Time
might be able
continues
to
to
pull
pass.
out the window.
And pass. And pass.
We could have. What we could have. Oh wait, the window's barred, wasn't it? Oh well.
Until suddenly, there are no walls. And then... And?
I think he's gone.
Would you look at that? We made it out of the cabin, and nothing bad had to happen to either of us. So this is the outside world. It's cold.
Aww. Aww. Nor will you ever. It's time to leave.
She's gone. Where... There's that mirror.
Gonna be.
But it feels so bad.
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back.
See you on the other side.
Feels too good to be true.
It's fine. We're probably fine. We approach the mirror, gaze into your reflection. And you are once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You're unraveling. Rivaled? We're something. It's on. Okay. We're fine. This is fine. We're wonderful. I'm at the cabin. Approach her.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. I am curious to see what it means for us to know it.
Ooh. You think there are people out there?
It doesn't matter if there are. People are too small for us. You and I are the only things that interest me.
Do you have thoughts on this vessel?
This one is cold and cynical. She has protected herself when others could not. She will make for a clever heart. Do not mourn her. She doesn't need to be protected any longer.
When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but other of them else. I call them the narrator. He wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator?
No, their minds are empty, existent, but constantly shifting into something new. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
Perhaps. I don't know why, but I know that for a fact. I think he would. He does. I don't know what I'm gonna do when I find him.
There's no need for you to know what you are going to do before you do it. If you find him, remember that I'll be waiting for you on the other side.
What's gonna happen when you waken?
If I did, I would already be awake.
Do you think that there's any of this is out there, real out there? Do you think we're real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something, but nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
Are you sure about that factor? How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
One. Whatever you bring me next will be enough, and then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular. A final multitude.
Interesting. If there's this last time, was there anything?
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
Yeah. I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
I would love answers. I would love answers. Okay, I'm gonna try for the exact same ending, only not chained to a wall.
You're on a path. You're here to...
Sweet.
That's the spirit.
Vivero Lujon!
You make your... We're not gonna go... Ignore him. He doesn't know...
See the cabin.
The interior of the...
Let's just go. Take the blade. We're so good at this. Come on.
The door to the... Her voice...
Who's there?
She said, don't let it fool you.
Hey, I think I'm here to kill you.
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me take a look at you?
Great job.
Wait, she's a little
You
lappy
gave away
this
the
time.
element of surprise. Good luck, hero. You walk down the stairs. She's so... Focus on the task.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
I haven't decided yet.
How about you
Look, don't you? It's fine.
Thank you.
We'll be... Don't...
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
If they're saying you're gonna end the world.
I don't remember.
Just how long has she...
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so...
Princess Hez... She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows what she'd do.
I don't think I can answer that question in a way you'd find meaningful. At the end of the day, whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise
Exactly.
we'd be killed.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me?
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch no less.
How do I get you out of here?
You can't. Don't.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. Well, we can always put that...
Her sharp eye. She isn't suggesting what she is.
How long have we been down here?
Too long.
Again, she offers no specific.
What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really. Oh, have you decided?
You know.
I'm getting you out of here. Change.
They're large.
If you don't have...
Isn't the key to any ideas?
That would be...
She speaks. We were stuck down here for long enough. You would.
Okay. Let's
You're-
out of here.
You
Okay, we did that.
make your way back easier for every.
I heard the door slam. The knife.
You won't. Again, you cut. You're doing so much.
We're very
Figure out
good
which-
at cutting
you.
arms off by now.
No, we won't have us. Wait, watch me.
I can't warn her. I don't want to do this.
You bring the blade down on, okay? There's no going. Though the blade left a deep gash in her shoulder, she barely so much as flinches.
Are you serious? I don't know what came over you, but if we're doing this, I guess I'll have to kill you.
Fair.
Do you think I need both of my arms to do that? I can beat you to death with one. But I don't have to tell you that. I'll go ahead and show you.
Punching. Give up.
As the blade falls from your trembling hands, the princess rears back, readying a bone-shattering haymaker.
She's gonna give me a haymaker!
You fall to your knees,
Oh, darn.
barely
I
able
was
to
hoping
process
you
the
really
ringing
made it.
in your ears before she hits you again. Every blow is as punishing as the first. You feel bones shatter with every impact, unknown ruptures blossoming with blood somewhere inside of you. If we're
Owie.
lucky, the wound you manage to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, we'll kill her before she gets out.
Oh, too weak to even try fighting back. How disappointing.
She places a confident heel on your chest and pushes you down to the ground. Her knee
She's
falls
stepping
to your
on me.
throat, your windpipe
Oh, never
crushed
mind.
beneath a weight you didn't think her slight form could possibly possess. It can't just end like this, right? I'm sorry, but everything goes dark.
I die. I always die at the tower.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin
A
is
princess.
you're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Indeed. What
I
doing
can
here?
assure you that you're not. If he doesn't remember what happened, then you know I can hear you. What does it matter what he knows? There's nothing we can do to stop her. She's just going to kill
we got a
us again.
sad voice now.
She is not going to kill you unless you let her. But slaying the princess and saving the world is going to be much more difficult than it has to be if you spend the whole time second-guessing yourself. Those are two. Let's say.
Okay, he's
died,
saying the same
of
thing.
course we died. She didn't feel pain. She didn't feel much of anything, did she? And she broke every bone in our body. What were we supposed to do to stop her then? What are we supposed to do to stop her? She's just a princess. Slaying her shouldn't have been difficult, but congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that you're... What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. The prince... Yes, but in this
yeah.
if it's the latter, do you think the people there lived happily ever after? If she ended the entire world, why should we even bother? We might as well just walk up to that cabin, break her chains and let her do whatever she wants. Just because she's capable of ending the world doesn't mean you're not capable of slaying her. Both of those things can be true at the same time. So chin up. I believe in you.
No chins up.
Just be quick.
All she did the last time was beat me to death. How can someone like that
She
at the
just can. We're not. Can we tone down the... I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic. You're being annoying. Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone.
I might pledge myself to her, honestly. Who would lock her in a basement? Why this
People
place?
locked her in that basement,
Okay,
and
yeah,
I told...
Okay, that's all.
Great.
Proceed.
A warning. She will lie. She lying? Cheating? Why would she even bother? She didn't need to do anything like that last time.
True.
She caught us off guard last time. We'll be fine. Let's just keep our wits about us. At least one of you still has a shred of sense. Just make sure you listen to him and not that whiner.
Let's
If
go.
that's what you want. I guess I don't have a say here.
We're so down. It's okay. Maybe being stepped on again will be
The
fun.
interior of the cabin is larger and more grandiose than its humble exterior would suggest. The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Do we have to I don't trust the
The
ladder.
blade is your implement. Why do we feel so small?
It's because we are
We don't
tiny.
feel small. We are small.
Same thing with
That's
the mirror.
because there isn't a mirror. There's the altar, the blade sitting on the altar, and the daughter. There's definitely... There isn't.
Small
Who
blood.
cares if there's a mirror? We're all
gonna
going to
die.
die anyway. And I'm sure that if we looked in there, we'd just see something sad and miserable looking back at us.
We don't need any reminders of what we are. It would only make things worse. For the last time, you're not going to die unless you let it happen. And luckily for you, there isn't a mirror, so no one needs to worry about confronting a grisly visage any time in the near future. Though, for what it's worth, if there were a mirror, I'm sure that you wouldn't find anything sad or miserable in it. Look, probably.
I'm probably
Do you not
normal.
know
I'm
what he
probably...
knows?
Oh, so sorry.
He just doesn't have the heart to tell us.
Okay. You're being lied to. There's a mirror.
As do I. And yeah, I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would
We
I
already
lie
had this
about
conversation.
something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even...
Expose the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement. This really is...
Yeah, just wipe the mirror. It's not here.
We should count ourselves lucky. Some things are better left unseen.
This whole
Maybe
cabin's
that's
different.
because you haven't actually...
Should I take the knife this time? I'm not feeling the knife this time. I don't think I'm feeling the knife. I feel like the second time, no knife.
No blade this time. Yeah. Maybe she'll be more receptive if we're unarmed. Blade, no blade.
I don't
Doesn't
want
matter.
to be a whiny bitch about it. Come on, let's just go.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below. For a moment, you almost feel at ease.
How so?
This is actually kind of nice. It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
It's a nice
A booming
staircase.
voice rolls up the stairs.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
You
Witnessing.
weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time. You shouldn't have come down here unarmed. We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her. Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago, you were going on about how pointless everything was.
I actually am
Now you
concerned.
want to go down there. It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess.
Sad now, simp. Honestly, yeah. Sounds like it.
Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond. The princess towers over you, almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall. The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants. I see your hands are empty. You've already given up, haven't you? You aren't even going to try and kill me. How sweet. And more than a little disappointing.
Sorry.
She's disappointed in us?
Oh no.
Kneel.
Got it. Kneeling.
On her command, you fall to the floor, knees painfully connecting with hard stone.
Let's be a simp.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk? The last time we met, you told me I was destined to end the world. That thought wrapped itself around my heart. It has pulled at me since the moment I squeezed the life out of your broken lungs. I could feel its fundamental truth awaken me. The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new, and the world as it is now is overdue for alterations. It's time for me to seize my destiny, and you, little bird, will help me seize it.
Okay, but in what way?
That gives away the game, doesn't it? It certainly does. And beyond that, it more than lends credence to our conversation in the woods. I don't love the thought that in some other reality you failed to destroy her, but what's done is done. I can only hope it helped you learn a valuable lesson.
You are the only one who can deal with her. And if you don't, well, she's let you know what will happen, hasn't she?
Mommy. Oh,
You
yeah.
shouldn't have trusted us with her destruction. She is inevitable. Can't you feel it?
She's inevitable.
He's being melodramatic, but he's not exactly wrong, is he? What are we supposed to do to stop her?
Let's team up. This world does need some altercations. We're the only ones in it.
Okay. First things first, you're going to have to stuff those pessimistic thoughts someplace far, far away and commit yourself to what needs to be done. The stakes of the situation should be perfectly clear to everyone now. If you're going to save the world, you have to have faith that you can pull this off. You can't win a battle that you've already lost in your mind.
Listen, the world doesn't mean you actually have to do it. You can do whatever you want.
This isn't about desire. This is about what I am. And I have little interest in discussing destiny with one that cannot see the divine truth that shines in my heart.
Interesting. But how you do once I planned.
And all you have to do is break these chains and set me free.
Break the chains.
Don't be rude. Of course she can. It's not rude to question someone who's apparently trying to end the world. That's exactly why it's rude. We should know our place.
We are such a...
I can, easily. But that isn't what I want to do. The story of a terrible and bountiful God unbounded of her own will is no story at all. It's not worthy of everything I am, or everything I'm bound to become. It isn't even worthy of what I was. The destruction in Genesis that's to follow in my wake is deserving of a song that can echo for eternity.
Sure.
The song of you, being so struck by my glory, so overwhelmed by what I am, that you feel you must deliver me into the world. And from your act of utter devotion and submission springs a new dawn.
I'm not sure this is a good one to add to our actual deity, but you know, it's fine.
Submit now, submit later. It makes no difference. Because in the end, no matter how vainly you struggle against me, my will triumphs over yours.
What happened to you after I died?
Know the limits of your privilege, little bird. There's an empty place at my side for you to fill, if you'll have it. But it is not a place for an equal. It is a place for something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps.
We are a little
Or a
bird.
pet.
We are a little bird. I literally have no choice.
Your will was so easily broken. Am I that magnificent?
I have no knife.
All you need to do now is break my chains.
If this is what you want, then I guess there's not much else for me to say. No, you can't just give in to her. Not when the stakes are so high. Not when
Giant
you're so close. I won't let you do this.
woman, giant woman.
There's still something in the way. A greasy film inside of you where it doesn't belong. Trying to conceal you from me.
It's the better of the other pop. True.
Is that a person? No, it used to be a person. It's something different now. An echo.
Oh, the narrator.
Is she talking about you? That's impossible. She's not supposed to be able to interact with me.
You're a small one, aren't you?
Perfect.
A shriveling little worm stretched beyond its limits, trying to control things that it can't understand.
Ooh.
No. What are you talking about?
I don't care what you are. You're mine.
Ah!
Nice.
Rise, my little bird.
Thank you for freeing me from that.
Without hesitation, you're brought to your feet.
Break my chains.
And how are we supposed to do that? We don't even have a weapon.
All you need to do is believe it's been done.
I have to. It's over, I'm sorry. What if I don't believe? What happens then?
You poor, wretched little thing. You already do believe. You've always believed. All you have to do is open the last door to your heart.
Interesting.
It's easy. And once you let her in, you'll be safe and free forever. Please don't do this.
I have to. It's over. I'm sorry.
There's nothing to be sorry about. This is how it was always going to be. And it is good.
Such a simp.
Alright, I'm done with this. I'm just gonna go sit in the corner. Let me know if we get our agency back.
Her chains shatter, and the cuff falls from her wrist. She is loose, and the end is upon us.
What a good disciple you are. Come, it's time.
Such a giant woman. What happens?
Nothing. And then everything.
Take her hand. Your obedient servant. Dun dun dun. We just got a trophy. But you do not take her hand, nor you ever will. It's time to leave this memory.
Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
You didn't seem as willing to find her this time round.
And there's that mirror again.
You're scared.
It feels so bad. Like I don't want to look at us.
I'll stay on the other side.
A mercy.
Approach the mirror. They're gone, and once again the mirror. What are we? You are nothing at all. That isn't right. You can't be nothing. You revisit the gaze and see it, a figure, faint, veiled in shadow. You're beyond reflection. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
And splits the image, gazing into it. And then another crack forms, and then another, turning the mirror into a jagged shard of broken glass. So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I was ever going to see
The
you.
narrator, yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all, an objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
Are you? What are you? Something like me?
Oh, I'm nothing like you. I'm an echo, likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
I have met you many times. Have you been the same all along? Ah, there's so many options. Oh, there's so many. What did the princess? Did you make her too? I wasn't supposed to see this. Made me. What am I?
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can. So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you. This isn't the end just yet. You can still destroy her and save everyone. You were made to do this single task, and you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
Why would you want me to destroy the concept of transformation?
Because among other things, she is death itself. To rid the world of suffering, to save untold trillions from being lost forever to the cosmic wind, she must be destroyed.
Oh, then I'm definitely not going to kill her. You convinced me not to just then. I was debating it for a hot second, but no. Endings are okay. Death is an awful concept. But life cannot continue. Life itself feeds off death to survive. Thus, death needs to exist. Otherwise, life itself cannot. It is... Now, if you want to argue that life itself should not exist for that itself will cause death, then that's fair. A fair assumption. Fine. I would say that we are put in agencies that make it so we don't want to feel that way. And, you know, and we want to enjoy, even if joy itself is a trivial thing, to just enjoy life, you know, enjoy purpose, enjoy being. So none of it really matters. The point is, this bullshit doesn't matter. It's got to come to an end eventually. It's fine. If I destroy her, then how is that existence any better than death, or a different form of death in all honesty? It feels worse. Do you have to say that anything you save yourself for all the hubris? After everything you've done, yes, do you think you deserve to live? Do you know things won't just be worse if I destroy her?
Of course they won't be worse. I saw a glimpse of a better world, and I did what I could to make it real. Anything is better than oblivion. In the end, nobody wants to leave.
I destroy how I know this is better than death.
When I broke the cycle, I made sure that the tear was rough. You carry a part of what should be her, and she carries a part of what should be you. Things won't be as they are now, but they won't be nothing either.
Has every narrator been different?
Of course. That is by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon. And then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
What? You give me a chance for a lot of questions. Sorry, I don't want to destroy you. Every time I ask something, it's like a PC break file. You said she was death. What is she? Why couldn't you have told me this from the start? I would have helped you destroy her if she's capable of becoming whatever people believe her in. Wait, can't I just will her into something small?
As you are now, you won't be able to will her into anything. You don't work the way a living being does. Not anymore. And as you were before, you couldn't be trusted with the knowledge of what she is. No one could be trusted with that knowledge. Intrusive thoughts have a way of creeping in and ruining everything. It's why I had to die.
What would it be like to live in a world without her?
Light. Burdenless. An eternal pattern of forgetfulness leading into the joys of rediscovery. Everyone will be with the ones they love. No more fear. No more howling chaos. Just life. Forever.
I am of the nature that necessarily chaos does not need to exist in order for life to thrive. But at the same time, you're always selling it a little too hard.
There's a cruel irony to it all. The only way I could share my dream with the world was to never be able to see it for myself.
You said she contains death. What
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow.
Did I already ask
The
this question?
capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, She becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can.
Run out of question. I think it's your time. I'm not gonna slay her. I want you to know that before I die, Rusty's I'm gonna destroy her. I haven't decided yet what I'm gonna do. I still have to see. Say nothing and law should end. I don't know. See, I think here he's doing this, whatever this narrator is doing it because they think that, I assume my bad. They think that they're going to create something good. And they truly believe that. I just cannot believe. But I don't mean to want her. Should I think I'm gonna lie. I think I'm gonna lie and give this creature one last thing.
Are you lying? I can't tell. But I've said my piece, and my time is up. It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
Final fragment shatters. You see yourself with the newfound clarity. You are the long quiet, a vast nestling god, and you have finally time to wake up, all of you. Proceed to the cabin one last time. When you arrive at the heart of things, there's no final vestige for you to bear witness. There's nothing for you to find.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me.
A biblically accurate princess!
It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
Did you know about the echo? Did you hear our conversation? I'm the long quiet, but what does that mean? Oh no, crazy! You came at an interesting time. You came at a very interesting time. I'm talking to a god. I created her. I may have created a deity. It's fine. I'm sure it's fine. I think this is death, by the way. I think this is actually the embodiment of death. This is what you see when you die. Honestly, could be worse. It could be worse. Honestly, good way to go. Embodiment of death. There we go. What in the pile of naked are you playing? Oh, I'm playing Slay the Princess, and I've been killing her a lot, and I think well, not intentionally. I've been very nice, trying to be nice to her, as much as I can. But, we're fine. This is fine. This is probably fine. I'm the long quiet.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
Uh-huh. Do you know about this is the goddess of death? Apparently, I think that's from what I understand from this game. This is death. Do you know of the echo of the conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it?
I was very passive.
When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death.
Oh, you're not? Apparently she's not.
Never
Never mind.
Multitudes.
Why does it look like an orgy that I fled from? I wouldn't know.
So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
I think I'm going to open the doors to our liberation, but I'm very curious of your thoughts on all this. There are so many stories we left unfinished. Can we really just leave?
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end, pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us.
Do you think Twitch will be upset with me? All we got is tasteful side boob. The worst part is the tasteful side boob. Other than that, we're fine. Honestly, not that. Happy Halloween, guys. This is my Halloween gift to everyone. What's... Oh, that's my hand. Why does this fall on me? Don't you have any say in all this? Why does it fall on me?
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts.
Also, the sexy eye look that's coming down from one of the eyes at the bottom. We have...
If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict.
Mm-hmm. What's the point of doing anything? Did any of this matter? The road I walked on that led to this moment?
If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it. Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
Oh, we're doing... I don't want to be violent! I don't want to be violent!
You become nothing. A black hole of self-loathing fed by the matter of your restless thoughts. You are terrified of a power so far beyond you that it strips the meaning from your every action. But at the feet of that power, the dark parts of you cannot help but burn away. Your inadequacies reduced to cinders by the blazing light of the divine. When I proclaimed my godhood and presented you with a place by my side in my new creation, you gladly took
I should
it.
not have given her a god complex. Perhaps my bad.
Without me, there is no future to look towards. It is hope that carves meaning into consciousness.
Oh dear. You were consumed by your own ego. You were consumed by your own ego.
And through your lack of one, you too were consumed. Yet together, we were able to create something beautiful.
Okay, this is difficult, but because we're both clearly deities here, so I have to figure out. I'm a lesser one, I think, or I'm a concept that needs. I am something to her concept. She is not necessarily death, but she is the she is the change. She is change. That is what she is. I think I understand. Just freak the heck out when you tell them that. She is literally change. She is. Because what we know from the story is she is unable to form her own ego. She only exists as the perception of what we perceive her as. So if we think she's going to react violently, she is. If we think she's not going to react at all, she's not going to. That is what we learned through this entire story. She is tasteful side boob. She doesn't have thought. Not in truth. She has abstract thought, but that's different.
To question everything is to deny the proof of reality that lies in front of you. By believing in your suffering, you make your suffering real. In believing in your limitations, you placed a shackle on your neck.
This is true.
But even then, you remembered the impermanence of the material. and watched as the walls of your prison decayed into nothing.
That's true, that is the other ending.
To be impermanent is not to end, but to change. And for the world to be impermanent is to make finite the suffering of all things. Would you strip that gift away and leave them all to suffer in their permanence?
That would be torture.
It would. Our purpose is to be and to experience, and their purpose is the same. To be permanent is to cease. To be paused is to be trapped.
Exactly, yes, I understand that.
A trick behind your back and a trick behind mine. We dance, revolving and revolving around each other, but forever stuck in place. We both move, and yet we both don't. For each of us watches the other instead of ourselves. But forever is not forever. I move and you react, and both of us break the other. But broken is only a moment in time. To change is to hold the potential to rise above. Would you limit yourself to what you are now? Or would you like to see what you might become tomorrow?
There's no endings and there's no limitations. There's no limitation between growth and decay. You have to come this far. What more is left for me to see? I get it. There's no need to keep going No, I'm not going to surrender. Tailed version of her! Ending when there's no limitation. There's no limitation. There's no version between growth and decay.
Meaning lies in experience, and experience lies
We are
in
literally having a I did not
Abandoning
expect
one's
to have
search is not the same
a
as losing the
philosophical debate with
capacity
a
to
creature.
discover.
I did not expect to have a philosophical debate with this.
I am contrast itself. To reject me is to reject the shape of everything. Do not use words to reduce that which your eyes know to be irreducible. My masses mob you. There is no beginning to them, nor is there an end. There is only the flood of bodies. And every moment you hold every possible sensation at once, and then you hold them all again. And in the end, you returned it to me. For a brief moment, you were everything. A chaos that needed ordering. But without chaos, there is no reason.
Couldn't understand you then, but I think I understand you now. You seem in pain. I'm sorry for what I did to you. You seem in pain. I'm sorry for what I did to you. But it was the only thing I could do.
I saw with a single pair of eyes what I needed dozens to comprehend. And now here we are, each with millions of eyes, and all of them opening to what we are.
Oh, look, there's the
Your
anime
heart
girl.
tried to stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? Love melted into skepticism, and you pulled back layer after layer after layer, until all you were left with was the knowledge that you did not know me. You sought the truth then. Will you hide from it, now that it is within your grasp?
I don't want to hide from the truth. No. I have no desire to hide, but the truth. But the truth. No. I don't want to hide from the truth.
Then don't. Leave with me. There's no need for you to fight what we are.
I'm going to save. I won't leave with you, not until you see things in my perspective.
If you need more time to open your eyes, then I will give you all the time in the world.
As the clashes between you abstract, you begin to shake, and as the clash between you and your abstract, you begin to shake. Your will rapidly dissolves.
Are you starting to see? Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
It's easy to... this is hard. Okay. It's easy to believe in... It's easy to believe in things you believe in and you get to sit all around. Will you do it? How do you believe here? I wanted to fight you. But how do we leave? I can't let this thing happen. Slay the princess. It's too long enough for you. Yeah, that better to fight for your own side. You are cruelty itself. I don't know if you're cruelty. You are cruel. I don't know what the answer is, but there has to be something else. It can't be this. I won't kill you, but I won't let you free. Uncontained randomness is scary. This is a hard choice. Saving. Immediately saving. I'm probably gonna save, but this game's hell. Yes. It's easy to believe in things you believe in. I feel like my mic's going down strangely. I'm so sorry. Is this better? It's easy to believe in things you believe in when you get to sit above it all.
It is from my vantage point that I can see the totality of truth.
What do you think happens if we leave here?
This universe dies, and a new one is born. And that one dies, and a new one is born. And you and I get to witness it all, weaving a tapestry of life wherever we go.
Interesting. I like this answer. I like it. Because from her sound, she's ready to do everything in instances. And I suppose to a god, things would be instantaneous, but yes.
What I offer you is not perspective. It is truth.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it alone.
It is here. We can't do this song. I thought you died whenever I look in the mirror. Which hero are you?
All of them? I assume in the same way that you're all of you.
Where's everyone else?
They're still where you left them, stuck in the folds of this place. Part of me is with them, just like part of me is with you right now. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to our heart.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
Sure. I hope. Let's go. We are so existential today. My God.
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it?
There's titties on... There's naked women through the window. They're breaking through.
Do you need me to describe things?
I'd like that, for old time's sake. It's just you and me. Did anyone else make it to the camera?
It's just us. I think the rest of them are still out there, jumbled up in the rest of her.
If the offer still stands, but you describe for the man... If the offer... For old time's sake.
Of course. The interior of the cabin is... Well, it's a cabin, yeah? There isn't much here, just a table and a knife and a door. And some windows. You know, come to think of it, I don't think he ever really mentioned the windows, did he?
I agree. I kept thinking about
There's
that.
no mirror, either. I think you broke it. And I know you're still trying to find some middle ground, but if things go south, We're going to need that blade.
I don't think I have enough of her. That's fair. Just enjoy the naked women ride. It's fine. It's fine. I was not expecting existential when I was like, let's get a horror game. Let's get a horror story game. Let's just do that. Narrator really gone?
Yeah, it's dead silent in here. Whatever it was that was left of him, I don't think it could handle you waking up to godhood. Pretty sure he got obliterated.
Very pretty art. I don't know how I actually feel. Everything after anything, I'm kind of sad to see him go.
Yeah, it's complicated. He put us through hell, but he's been part of us since the very beginning, hasn't he?
Mm-hmm. I really don't want to take the blade. I really don't. I don't. What do you think, lady? Take the blade? I don't think it'll help. What's a blade against the goddess? We're not in an anime. We're not. And I don't disagree with her perspective. Take the knife, alright.
That's probably for the best. It's always seemed to give us more options than not.
We could be. Alright. I don't know about that. It's not even that I disagree with her.
Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
I don't know what you want for us.
She sounded just like that. Timid and gentle. Only she didn't know us. And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
Mm-hmm.
What's that knife for? Have you changed your mind? Are you going to kill me? What if we just talk for a bit? Maybe we can figure this out.
Sit with her. I don't know what other option. Are you the same as the one out there?
I don't feel the same. I feel smaller.
I don't want to be a god.
I don't think I want that either.
I don't want... There has to be a way out of this.
I don't think there's a way out, but maybe there doesn't have to be an ending. I'm able to do the things you believe me to be able to do. So make me put it all back. Help me fix the Echo's construct and make us both forget. Help me send us back to the beginning, before we woke up, before either of us saw the truth.
Can she really do that? Are you sure that's what you want?
Wouldn't that not end, though? Wouldn't resetting it do anything to help them? The people out there, if you continue to sit, don't they continue to suffer?
If you can believe this helps them, then it will help them, right?
This isn't fair. I don't want to be here with you. I don't want... This isn't fair. I want to be here with you. I don't want to be alone. As far... I take it all back. Oh... Don't want to forget you. We're gonna find ourselves back here eventually.
And when we do, we'll make the same choice. We'll choose to forget, and we'll reset everything. Again.
Oh my god, we're a cycle. I don't want to forget you.
I don't want to forget you either. But unless we do this, you'll have to choose, right now, between me and everyone else.
If you're talking about this right now, how do we... No, we haven't done this before.
Maybe we have done all of this before. Maybe we're supposed to do this forever.
This isn't fair. I want to be here with you. I don't want to be alone again.
But you won't be alone for long. I'll be right here, waiting for you.
How do you know things won't get worse? What if we end up making making my way back here, I'm different and I hurt you? What if I kill you? What if I let you bring about the end of everything?
None of that will happen, because you'll still be you, and I'll still be me.
I see. But how do you know that? And how do you know that? We'll do what we decide to do every single time forever. Eventually something's gonna be different.
I know, because it doesn't matter how many times we've hurt each other. I've never stopped caring about you. And if you feel the same, then everything is going to be okay.
We are really doomed. We're fucked. We're absolutely fucked by the nature of our existences. Is there any other way?
I think you brought that knife down here for a reason. It has to be a part of how this ends.
Okay, again, let's do this. Okay, so basically this is the continuous of the nebulous of being, if I understand this correctly. The constant shift of inevitability and the desire for the randomness to end. And she is the random factor. We kill her, random factor ends, but so does life. So does life. But also, if she exists on, the random factor will bring about suffering. If we kill her, not if we kill her, if we let her out, the world ends because the randomness and chaos. Okay. Randomness and... Okay, I think I fucked that up a little. Randomness and we let her out, randomness and chaos reigns. Keep in this cycle... life continues on and the randomness leaks out, but it's not horrible. Kill her and everything becomes stationary. Everything lives, but nothing dies, and it becomes just a still creature, like a breathing corpse. So I'm gonna go with the plan, but it's so sad. We are... What are we, though? I'm still confused on what we are in this. Okay.
Okay. If this is your choice, then we're doing it. I guess I'll see you on the other side. She takes the blade from our hand. She raises her gentle eyes to ours, a fondness in her gaze.
See you soon.
Everything is going to be okay. I love you.
Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess. This is so anime. It really is.
You're on a path in the woods.
And we're back to the beginning.
Path is a cabin. And in the basement of that, you're here to...
Yep. We're done with the game. It's just a fucking loop. My god. We did it. I think that was the ending, though it didn't feel like it. I'll have to check it out, but I think we're good. I think that's it. That feels like an end. It feels like an existential horror. And I actually really enjoyed it. A little more existential than I... I'm so sorry. Than I had planned today. Wait. Is there even a loading screen for this anymore? Is there? I guess it truly ends when you slay the princess. And that's the truth, because then when the game ends, the actual world ends. That's the point. Okay, I get it. Slay the princess. And we keep going at it. That was fun. Fascinating. Fun. A little, like I said, more existential